Welcome to the Whole My Cape podcast, the movie news and reviews show. Hi guys, welcome to the Whole My Cape podcast, the movie news and reviews show. I'm one of your hosts, Fish, and I am joined by Simon, Mook, and Gubby Boy. Everyone say hello.
Hello.
That's Simon. Go on.
You all right?
That's Mook. Vocalise, Tom.
Hello.
So, this is the movie news and review show. We've got several different things we're going to talk about today, all a bit more structured to the for a proper kind of show. Might get cut off halfway. I don't know because it keeps popping up 40 minutes. But technically, this is like a season 2 sort of deal. We've sort of like reorganized ourselves after last time's abomination. I hope you've all had a happy New Year and Christmas. What are you doing, Simon?
Just in my camera.
If you're in your Spotify, if you're watching on Spotify, something like that, Simon's playing with himself.
Shut up.
Do my camera.
Yeah, just moving my camera. I hope you've had a happy Christmas and having a better New Year. 2021 is here. And it's going great. Anyone got any funny stories? Anyone got any cool stories for over Christmas, over New Year?
No. I had a scary dream.
Not really.
Tom had a scary dream. What's that about?
A snowman.
Oh, a snowman?
Yeah.
Snowmen are nice. And
I had a dream like it snowed, and I made a snowman. Went to bed, and I had the snowman saying, "Come outside and play." So I go outside, and the snowman's not there.
Play.
And I'm like, where have you gone? And he's like, "Oh, come and play." And I'm like, "Well, I can't see you." I turn around, he's behind me. And he's like, why do you come outside and play? I'm like, "It's cold. I'm not a snowman like you. Like, I have to stay indoors. It's cold. It's freezing. I'm only in my jogger pants. I'm cold." And he disappears again. And then like, he cuts the back of my legs, and I fall to my knees. And then I'm looking around, and I can't see him. He's just giggling, and then he stabs me, and I die, and I wake up.
What the fuck? Is that turn? I was playing with a snowman.
Not expect that one
to kill me.
That is my nightmare of Christmas.
Lovely.
Wow.
That could have been in the Halloween episode.
You could have been.
I'll
So,
wear that for a few weeks.
On New Year's Day, we have a roast, right? We have a roast on
What are you roasting?
like a
Was
not
it the
like
roast
a
of fish this
like a
time?
meal.
Oh.
Yeah, everyone was just constantly taking the piss out of me. No, we had a roast meal, and we had cheese sauce with our roast, like cheese sauce to go with broccoli, because broccoli tastes like nothing, doesn't it?
Oh, do you get the crumpets out again?
The what?
You put cheese sauce on crumpets, didn't you?
Cheese sauce on crumpets?
No, who the fuck puts cheese sauce on crumpets, man?
What was it you put on crumpets at time? It'd be like,
I don't put anything on crumpets.
Oh yeah,
What was
Tom, you did tell us
Hot
this.
cross buns, man.
That's the one.
Melt cheese. Anyway,
Crumpets and hot cross buns.
and then
I don't know.
everything was nice. And for dessert, we had apple pie and custard. But there was a mix-up in the kitchen, and we ended up somehow with apple pie with cheese sauce.
Oh.
So,
Is it something you'll be going back to sometime, Fish?
this is definitely something that has never been repeated. The cheese sauce had gone cold, so it was like
Was it an
mingy and
apple
thick and
pie?
gloopy.
Or was it an apple?
Yeah, it was
crumble?
apple pie. That's what I said, apple pie.
Yeah.
So I poured it on, like custard.
Oh, you know, you'd
I
smell
love
it.
custard. It doesn't smell of anything, does it? It's cold.
I
I don't know. It didn't smell of anything.
the colour of custard is yellow. Cheese sauce, it's like a.
It's yellow.
Yeah, but it's not that. It's like a.
It was yellow, Tom.
You can tell difference.
In the
you get
jug.
custard in front of me, and you get cheese sauce.
In the non-transparent jug, it looked the same as custard. So
I'm impressed at how much
Poured
cheese
it in.
sauce you made, though, because obviously this cheese sauce went on your dinner, and then also went on. You had so much stuff.
second.
I fucking love cheese, don't they? Eat it by the block.
I could.
Cracking
I would if I
cheese.
could.
Oh,
So-
the best. What's the best cheese?
We're not talking about that. We're talking about my story time. Shut up. So, so I pour
Dutch Gouda.
the custard on my apple pie, and I have a mouth, and I'm like, this doesn't taste quite right. I'm thinking, maybe it was just a first time thing. I've not had you know.
Apple?
So I went again,
Jeez.
and I looked up. I was like, "This doesn't taste right." Put my head in the kitchen. I was like, "What's the date on the custard? It doesn't taste right. It tastes like salty and weird." So, so the person who was cooking the meal, looked in the cupboard and was like, "The custard's still in the tin. What are you eating?" I'm like, "Oh, I don't know." And he goes, "Oh no, it's the cheese sauce. Where's it gone off the side?" That's what we were eating. Yeah. And now how?
Did
now,
you finish
now
the apple crumble after you knew that? Were you like, "Oh, sorry"?
Yeah, we swapped it around. We like binned the current apple crumble, got pie, got a new apple pie and custard. But my son is now terrified of apple pie because he doesn't like the taste, thinking that's what it tastes like. It's not fair. He's not
Scarred him
petrified
for
of it.
life,
He won't eat it. Scarred him for life.
That poor boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to do a little bit of news. Organized podcasts have time codes in the description, but we won't have any of them. If you are listening on Spotify, makes no difference to you. So
You just can't see anything.
So I need to move my camera down. I feel like I'm really. There we go. So anyone got any news? I've got a few. I've got a couple of little bits. Of moving news.
Go on in.
Moving news. Where's it
Oh,
gone?
movie news. I've got some game news.
Richard Donner is directing Lethal Weapon. I've wrote Legal Weapon 5. I'm supposed to write Lethal Weapon 5. It's called Lethal Finale. I don't think it goes quite well. But he's 90. He's 90-year-old. This guy, you know. He says it's the last one, and it's his job to put it to bed. I think I've got his name right. Richard Donner. It's coming out in 2021.
Wait, what? Who's this? The actor or the writer? What you want?
The
Is
director.
Mel Gibson going to be in it,
Oh,
or
no.
is it?
Everyone's coming back. Mel Gibson.
Yeah. I haven't actually heard that the recast they're doing Mel Gibson and that black guy.
Be good, that to be fair.
Yeah. Danny Glover.
I've never seen any of the Lethal Weapons.
I've seen the first one.
Yeah,
I really liked
they're
it.
Brilliant films.
I've not seen them.
You looking forward to the fifth one?
Can't
Tom, I've not seen
find
him
it
either.
on IMDb.
There was
however.
there was a TV show about it, and the guy who played
They walked off set. I heard.
he left because it was too health and safety was mental apparently, so he left.
Mm.
Wait, what's going on here?
Oh, there was a Lethal Weapon TV show, and the main guy who played the guy who Mel Gibson plays, he had to do loads of stunts and stuff, but apparently he was like, "I'm not happy with the health and safety," and that's so he left because he wasn't. He was a bit
What, as if
concerned.
there wasn't enough health and safety?
Yeah,
Right. What happened to the show then?
they
Got cancelled.
No, they got a new guy, the guy from American Pie.
Oh, I thought it was.
Basically killed him off, and then the guy from American Pie who plays Stifler, he does the character, and then he did a couple of seasons and it got cancelled because it wasn't working. I think.
Right.
2016 that came out.
Yeah, it was good, like the original
Loaded
one,
up on the
but then
old
like
IMDb.
it was like meh, and then it sort of ended.
It's got a 7.9 on IMDb. 3 seasons.
It was good, like.
Ran to 2019 from 2016. It's won something.
What's it won?
Nominee just says nominee. Oh, winner! It won Best Recurring Young Actor Television Series. Yeah, it won Best Recurring Young Actor on a television series. Chase Magnum.
What a name?
Young kid, big hair.
Have you watched that Magnum PI?
No.
Crazy show.
What's it about, Tom? Give us a
It's about a Magnum.
It's about this.
Like, the ice lolly.
No.
He's a
Yeah, it's about
personal
a chocolate icer that
detective.
drives a Ferrari. around
He's a
Hawaii and
personal
solves
detective.
crimes. He's a person.
I can't stay
Unwrap
out in
me,
the
I'll
sun
solve
for
the
too long.
crime.
I can't stay out in the sun too long. I'll melt.
Yeah,
Anything for you.
Tell you what, I've been watching lately, Tom. Vikings.
I know. Yeah, Vikings.
You're a fan of that, aren't you?
Season 6, Part 2, the final season. And you know what? I watched it. Disappointed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Good.
To be fair, I feel like a lot of shows recently, when they're on their final series, seem to sort of flop a bit in it.
They've done a Star Wars where like spoilers for Star Wars, but like they introduce a new character who's kind of like Finn, where she doesn't know her parents, and she goes with Mando.
Ray.
No, not Ray.
Not thinking of Ray.
On the last one where they go to that world, there's all them like stormtroopers who defect.
Oh yeah. I get you.
They've done that where like basically one of the main characters in Vikings discovers America.
America. Fuck
Because
you.
the Vikings discovered America before Columbus. History lesson there for you. And they open up a storyline there, but then they end it, and it's just a bit sad.
Fair enough.
Like, doesn't
Anybody
do
else got any more movie news?
It's not really a movie; it's a series. But yeah.
Yeah, well, didn't one of you mention about Tom Cruise shouting at his?
Oh yeah, we missed that last week.
Yeah.
So basically, he shouted at a bunch of hang on. I'm bringing this up and show the audience.
This meeting has been upgraded by the host.
He,
No, I just got that.
get in. That means we don't need
forever.
Unlimited power.
Unlimited power. So Tom Cruise
Kicked off.
had a COVID rant. Where is the video file? I might be able to show you this one.
Simon's doing an unboxing video here. What's going on?
Hey, bit of a news for the future. I will be doing an unboxing video on my channel. So
What are you
hopefully
unboxing?
you'll have to find out and watch the video.
Bloody ruined the suspense.
Oh, Tom, you fucking spoiled it there. Like,
My name's Simon Willins.
I'm going to do an unboxing video on my channel, and it's going to be like a pack
Fish,
of 4
can you
Gregg
cut
sausage
out where
rolls.
he
Gonna
fucking
be a-
spoils?
Big black rubber fist.
So it actually gets a bit of suspense.
Yeah, cut that out.
I'm going to
Cut out
show
me
you this.
spoiling.
I'm going to show you this clip.
Oh, Tom, fucking ruined it there.
Right, this is a clip from
Cockhead.
ABC 7 News or something.
Superman.
Here we are.
There's no sound, though.
That's fine, just read that. We just,
You
we'll
can
just leave it
tell
on
it's
this.
the people who's in the
Fuck
fucking
it,
thing.
if it's not letting you hear anything, there's no point in going any further with it, really. But basically, he said, we're supposed to be setting an example for all other movie studios in Hollywood. We're making this film. We've been shut down a few times already. If I catch you doing it again, you're getting fired. And he swore a few times, and he repeated himself a few times.
Right, good on.
And unlike Tom Cruise's usual character, he didn't go. I'm Tom Cruise. Don't do COVID. Don't break the COVID rules. Yeah, he didn't do anything like that. He just, he just got on with it. He just. To be fair though, I think he's completely 100% in the right, isn't he? Like,
He's correct though, because the film industry has
he's an executive producer
lot.
on the film. He's got he's up there in command. He should have shouted at them.
Yeah, but you got to think of the film industry. It's been hit so hard, like cinema's dying.
Mm.
Like, there's not many films coming out. The fact that he's actually got a film going, if
Yeah,
some
but the
twats
thing
like
is-
breaking the rules out and like not taking it seriously,
Yeah.
too, I'd call him a twat and like kick him out.
The thing is, like most movies at the moment that were set to release last year, could easily release it to like the streaming things like Netflix and Disney Plus and stuff.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
then
but
they
they
won't
want
make-
to do it
won't
on
make
cinema
any
though
money.
because it gets more revenue.
Especially like Black Widow.
Yeah, but
Like
look at,
do what they did like with Mulan.
Oh, I wonder if I can find the budget of Black Widow.
No, do you
Do it for
do a
premium.
Mulan?
No, but what they did with
Mulan.
Mulan failed, didn't it? As a
Mulan
Nobody
failed
bought it.
massively. They were charging like
actually-
30 quid on Disney Store, and then it came
I'll
up
tell
like
you
19
something,
quid.
Then you got it for free in a couple of
Yeah.
months after releasing it. There was
I
no
know.
point.
yeah,
I'll tell
nobody
you
was
some-
paying.
I'll
Nobody's
tell you
paying
something,
Disney Plus
though.
subscription. Then 30 quid on top of that.
Yeah,
I'll tell you
movie
something.
industry relies on cinema. If you don't have the cinema, it just fails because
What's
streaming
the-
industries only buy it
Budget
To-
of Mulan.
to
I'll tell you what. I'll
and
tell
they don't
you.
make us enough much money.
I'll tell you what I've seen being advertised for Disney Plus. There's a new sort of like, I don't know if it's like a network or a category like Pixar, Disney, Marvel, but it's called Star, and it's bringing out like movies. And I've seen one of the films was
Coming out on the 24th of February.
Yeah, Good Day to Die Hard.
Yeah, so this is Disney Star.
Oh, the James Bond one.
It's
part of Disney.
And there's like Family Guy as well on it.
Yeah, you're gonna get Family Guy.
I can't wait for that.
I was going to say I didn't realise James Bond had been picked up by anyone, but I know that I watched something recently that said James Bond. Obviously, we're hoping for a cinema release, but the longer this goes on, obviously the film's not making them any money, so they're trying to sell it for like
What's the name of the movie again?
To a stream.
You got extremely long time to die. So back to Mulan for just a second. Its budget was an estimated $200 million, and its cumulative worldwide gross was 66,800,000.
Yeah,
and
so it's fucking
knowing
lost
Disney,
loads
like
of money.
Disney's worst films
still make money.
Still make all of their real life adaptations of animated films.
Yeah.
Get close to $1 billion, don't they? You'd be looking at 700 million easy, probably more.
But
it's obviously went nowhere near.
Films like Black Widow are expected to make much more than that in cinema.
I can't wait for that.
Surely would have cost the same, if not more.
Yeah,
to make
for sure.
a film like.
They cost
anyway,
so much.
I've got another little bit of news.
Hang on, is there any more to say on the Tom Cruise stuff?
Really, I don't think it's been on the
The
news.
only thing I saw was
I've not
they're
seen
making Avatar 2.
Avatar 2 was supposed to come out this
Cruise
year. It got delayed.
Yeah,
I agree that Tom Cruise was right, because I think more people do need to speak up, because I mean, going away from movies in terms of places that are prepping up, a lot of footballers lately in the top flight football in England have been caught going to parties and
soccer
all sorts of rules.
For you abroad.
Soccer for anyone in America. But a lot of footballers have been caught going to parties or breaking the rules and stuff, and the managers in the main don't really seem to be cracking down on it.
Some of the managers are cracking down on it, and like
some are, but there's still not enough being done. There's nobody doing a Tom Cruise on
him. A player recently, he got basically, I think he's got like a match ban or something, because he rang up
just taking a picture for
this thing in London, and he
Instagram.
requested like call girls to come into his house, or something, like strippers to come to his house during from London to somewhere else.
Is he single?
No, it's like a footballer doing it. It's like
that's what I mean. Is the footballer single?
I don't know. He's basically having a party, and he's trying to hire.
Well, if he's single, he can do what he wants.
No, but the point is, it because of the tier regulations, you can't hire strippers to your house because it breaks lockdown regulations. And the fact that he's ordering strippers is kind of like it's not. Yeah. Anyway, so it's been fined anyway.
Let's stop talking about strippers.
But Christian Bale, didn't he kick off as well? Was that because of COVID, or
we might have?
The only thing I saw,
football player, and you have to do that, otherwise the game won't start. Let's move on.
The only thing I saw about the Tom Cruise thing was, I think he was right for doing it. I think more people should stand up like that, and a lot of support came out in like the media, other actors and stuff supported him. But the one person who didn't, interestingly, is the Church of Scientology said it wasn't in their sort of way to be, and Tom Cruise is like the most famous Scientologist in the world.
Yeah, and people think he's weird for it, don't they? Wow, lights.
Yeah, but apparently they came out and they were like, "You should have handled it better." So,
well, maybe like obviously there's two sides, and maybe you should have gone over to them and spoke properly. But then we also only know what was recorded. Like he could have gone over a few times before. It was
true.
We
don't know, do we, as well? What pissed him off so much? Like we don't know if it's something where it's like an absent-minded slip of the mind, like, you know, someone's forgotten to put a mask on. Fair enough, it happens to the best of us. Or if it's something a lot more serious, like people are actually like just.
Like there were crowded. There was a few people crowded around a monitor, not wearing masks, and obviously really close together. Apparently.
Oh, is that what it was? I
yeah.
didn't know that bit.
But what I mean is, he could have already been over to them a few times and gone like, "Look, there's a global pandemic. Do as you're told." He might have done that a few times, and then just gone like, "Fuck it, I'm having a go now."
Yeah, and you got to remember as well, like a film studio, I'm sure has got plenty of pressure anyway, innit? Like it's on your hands to make a good movie, innit?
Yeah,
like your career is the one that's mainly in the line.
Yeah,
and he's, as I say, he's an executive producer. He's got a lot on his plate with the movie as it stands. Like he funds a lot of it anyway, so that's how he can get away with his own stunts and stuff. So anyway, I have got another little piece of news.
So do I.
Resident Evil 5. I don't care what. Resident Evil reboot has finished filming, and it's set for a 2021
Why are they
release.
doing a reboot?
I don't know who is directing it or anything. Actually, I'm gonna have a quick skeggity mundo on old IMDb. Resident
finish
tell
it?
you what,
Evil.
I cannot wait to see Mila. Is it Djokovic's film Monster Hunter or something? Is it Monster Hunter?
I
It
don't
is
know.
I
Monster
think it
Hunter,
is
yeah.
Monster Hunter.
Yeah. That looks mint.
Jonah
It
Roberts.
looks all right, to be fair, but I don't know.
Jonas Roberts. Johannes. Johannes Roberts.
Jonas.
What has he directed?
They're related to the Jehovah's Witness.
He has directed 47 meters down, 47 meters down 2, the other side of the door, turn your bloody phone off, storage 24, roadkill. None of these films I've ever fucking heard of. Like, to be
Look through your
fair,
door. Got a
What are you
movie for
thinking then? Are you looking forward to that? Resident Evil 5?
I won't see it in cinema. I've not seen any of the ones. The only
I
good one
don't-
was the first one. So
I've seen
that
all
one
of
in
them,
the one in the
apart
desert was
from
alright. I haven't seen the latest one.
very last one.
I haven't seen
That's
that
the only one I haven't seen yet.
Well, yeah, it's set for a 2021 September release in Germany. Don't know about the rest of the world, but IMDb is telling me
Oh,
Germany
I'm
right
not
now.
traveling to Germany.
We've got
VPN. We can watch whatever we
got-
want.
Kaya Scoledero, Hannah John Kamen, Neil McDuff, Tom Hopper, Robbie Amell.
You're
is
butchering
the
these names, by
only
the way.
person I know on this list.
Who's
He's
he?
Stephen Amell's cousin. He was Firestorm in Arrow, and he's in that Upload TV show on Amazon, which apparently is like a worse
Oh, I don't know.
Good Place, which is already shit anyway, so it must be shit.
Well-
There's no one else on here that looks familiar.
You going to be watching it, Fish?
Nah, I'll probably wait.
Is there a trailer out or anything for it?
No, it's literally just finished filming, so I mean,
Well, the news I had,
Go on.
I saw on Facebook that
ooh,
John
must be
Wick,
real.
well, Keanu Reeves is wanting to do John Wick until he can't do it anymore. He wants to do a continuous, like he wants to do John Wick until he retires or dies.
Mate,
I
the
would-
guy's like 50.
I would quite
Yeah,
happily.
come on.
Looks about
John-
34.
Keanu Reeves is in
He's still
like,
going.
He never
looks
ages, does he?
amazing.
No, it's
never
like me.
ages.
He doesn't age.
Shut up.
Fuck off.
I look
You
You
look
look, at the
Keanu
two, you
Reeves.
look at the two actors from Bill and Ted, and you see which one's aged most.
I
Yeah.
know. He looks amazing for his
How
age.
old is he? He's 6'1". He's taller than you, Simon, but then most people are.
Well, yeah.
Doesn't tell me his name.
Oh,
It
should
Is
we
there,
ask-
is there a new
hang
John
on.
Wick in the works?
doesn't
Should I
tell me
ask
his-
Google?
Go on then. Ask Google how old he is.
Hang on then.
Can't see
Okay,
it on here.
Google. How old is Keanu Reeves?
Keanu Reeves is 56 years old.
56-year-old. I've got another
Same
little
age
bit
as
of
my dad.
news. Same age as dad.
Is there a
older
Is
is there a
than
John
John
Wick
my
in the
dad.
works?
There's that TV show, isn't there? There was that John Wick TV show spin-off thing.
Wait, what?
Wait, maybe
Um,
maybe Keanu Reeves is Tom Clarkson's dad. They've got similar hair.
My dad's bald.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Are you sure?
Keanu
he's
Reeves
your
has got
dad?
like, to be fair, Keanu Reeves. My dad used to have long hair. To be fair, like Slash from Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, but to be fair, Moo,
There's a
Keanu
John Wick
Reeves
Chapter
more-
4 coming out in
more
2022.
like beef on him.
Apparently.
Tom's like skinny like an insect.
I thought you were going to say ninja there. That wouldn't work out at
I'll
all.
have you know, I'm
Pardon me.
Mate, you haven't got much meat on you. If a lion caught you, he'd throw you back and think, "Oh God, there's not much meat on that."
I'd survive them, wouldn't I?
Well, yeah,
But
but
You would.
in a way, win-win.
no, I mean, if so,
Sorry, there's as of August 7th last year, 2020, John Wick 4 is in pre-production.
get in. Can't wait.
Uh,
What they're gonna call? What would you call it though? Like
John Wick 4 ever.
Well, you got John Wick 2, then you got John
I'm
Wick
going to
3
make a poster of
Parabellum,
that.
which is the
Paralympian.
Paralybium.
I thought it's Parabellum, which
I've
is
got
like
some. I've got some more
German-
news.
Go on,
Some-
then, fish.
some more
You've
news.
got to let people address the news before you move on. What if they've got something to say?
Oh, well, have you got anything else to say about John Wick Chapter 4 and John Wick wanting to play John Wick? Wait, Keanu Reeves wanting to play John Wick for the rest of his life. like a
He wants to do
Wolverine.
Matrix as well.
No, to be fair, not about maybe not so much the rest of his life, because I feel like you don't want to milk John Wick too much. I feel
It's
like
only like what?
No,
50
we've
years?
passed John Wick 2 already. It's
Could you
Harrison
imagine?
like-
Ford's done it.
I mean they're good. The fact they're doing a fourth one, I mean, they should
shows
maybe
they're
stop
good.
at 5.
Yeah, but
I
could you
think.
imagine John Wick 21? Like
No,
him-
John Wick 2077, and then he becomes Johnny Silverhand.
Oh,
and then
imagine
ties
it
into-
cuts in and he's actually the.
Yeah,
Oh, imagine it's all connected universe.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that'd
Bill
be,
and Ted
that'd be
as well.
sick.
I was thinking like John Wick 21, him in a retirement home, like with a Zimmer frame.
Mhm.
So
Anyway,
the
you
segue,
heard it
like-
here first. Anyway, John Wick and Cyberpunk 2077 are both in the same.
And Bill and
universe.
Ted.
John Wick
you
is
imagine-
Johnny Silverhand.
yeah, John
you
Wick
imagine-
2077.
That's
You're
why he's got the-
beautiful.
Johnny. E.
Yeah.
It's
Could you
fucking
imagine-
All in the
the
Matrix.
writings
Could
on
you
the wall.
imagine if this is actually true though? John Wick / Cyberpunk connects
Yeah, imagine.
years to come, and we predict.
Sorry for my coughing, by the way. Yeah, that'd be. Imagine that.
Have they
Anyway,
made a John Wick game? They
that
should
can
do
be the
that.
title.
they've
That
made
could
like
be
a mobile game, but
Fish. That could be the title of the podcast.
I'll put
We
this.
predict
I'll put this
Cyberpunk
as a
and John Wick.
90-second clip on our Instagram, which is at the Hold My Cape Pod. Go follow us on
What
there.
plug that was.
Shameless
Right,
plug.
let's move
Good.
some more
Hey,
news, shall we?
hey, it was a solid segue. I don't care what you say.
That was a bloody
I've got
plug and a half,
another bit of
that.
news.
Oh.
So Warner Bros. Have said they're going to make 2 Batman franchises at the same time. We've got Robert Pattinson's Batman, and we're going to have Batfleck's Batman. But Batfleck's getting recast apparently. But what they said was, as long as they're good movies, audiences will grasp that they're 2 separate universes, which
Yeah.
is right, innit? Like Marvel managed it with Quicksilver. I mean, it was only like a small test, I'd say,
You do have a slight problem though,
but they did do
which
it.
is
Yeah, it's not really, because it killed him.
no,
off
no, you
straight
do.
away.
You haven't heard my problem. You haven't heard my bloody problem. How do you know? The problem is that if you've got 2 of anything
Hmm.
that are the same character running concurrently, people will prefer one over the other, and one of
Oh,
them
absolutely.
will end up getting but that's a problem for
I reckon Battinson
budgets and stuff,
will
because
get the,
let's say you have two
the
two
most.
Batman films, right? You've got 2 concurrent Batmans, and you've got one Batman's more loved. Let's say Robert Pattinson's Batman's loved more than
Bats.
the other Batman. Every time a new film with the other Batman comes out, people are going to first thing morning going, "Oh, I can't believe why couldn't this film have been done with the other Batman?" And you just get endless
Yeah.
boring, don't you?
It's going to be like that, but then there's going to be fans that like it, like me, who will probably like both of them. Like,
No,
And there's going to be
Ben
fans
Ben
like me
Affleck.
who just
Ben
want
Affleck
to
shouldn't play Batman. I
carry
think
on
he's
from
good.
Dark Knight Rises.
their idea is you got your more grounded, realistic Batman, Robert Pattinson, and then you're going to have your almighty, does everything Batman from Batfleck's universe, as part of the
Oh, he's shit,
DCEU.
though.
He's not shit. He was shit in
He
Justice
is.
League. He's going to be revitalized in the Justice League Snyder Cut and in the Flash.
How though?
He's been to the future and seen it.
Well, they better make him better, because oh my god, I've watched Justice League and that is
Justice
the
League
worst
was shit anyway.
shocking film.
The best
Hey,
Batman
we'll
by
get back
far
onto that
for
later
me
on anyway,
is
what
Christian
we-
Bale.
It's not anyway. But yeah, they said
Yeah.
as long as they're both good films and audiences like them, they'll understand.
Which-
Which I think they will. To be
Which
fair,
film is the Joker going to be in?
the Joker, or just Joker in general.
The Joker film, is that going to be in the?
What I reckon what
Like
they'll
that.
do is they'll do it
Hopefully
in
not.
both.
Hopefully
They'll
not.
put Joker in both.
I think
No,
they'll put a version of
no,
Joker in
no.
both. I think, but I don't think the Joker movie is part of any of it because
Yeah.
somebody. I watched a video and the guy he analysed it, and he would be too old, and it wouldn't actually line up timeline wise with
Good.
Robert Pattinson. And obviously, Batfleck's got
In
Jared,
one of the cartoon
let
series,
go
like
of
there's
me,
one
leave me
there's
alone.
a Joker in jail, and the Joker in jail teaches a young one how to become Joker. His protege.
Yeah, that's
Could they do something like that?
Batman. The Batman of the Future. What's it called? Is it called Batman of the Future? Batman.
So couldn't they do like the Joaquin
future.
Phoenix Joker in jail, and then he's
No.
teaching some other
No.
one, and that goes into the film?
Yeah, but you can
I
always
don't know.
do. I mean, you
It's
can
always
always do
good, they're good.
parallel worlds.
Tom,
and
do you really want to
Infinite
go to
Crisis,
hell?
Oh, Simon.
What?
You
Oh,
make out as if the Joker is a lot more worse than it is.
It is.
It's not. It's good. Anyway,
Mate, I'd
It's a
rather-
meh. It's a very like average
I
meh
would
film.
rather watch The Sound of Music than watch The Joker.
I'll have
And
you
I'm-
know, The Sound of Music is probably decent. I've not seen it myself.
Sound of Music won the Oscar. I'm pretty sure it's
It
classic
did
film.
actually.
Yeah, and so did The Joker, apparently.
Yeah.
I tell you what, it was a joke that they won an Oscar.
Oh,
Yeah, best laugh of 2020.
Sound of Music from 1965.
Biggest pile of shit of 2020.
Well,
you
Tom,
can't
I
have
was
a
gonna
Simon
say-
review about the word shit being in
Tom,
it.
I was going to say you are wrong actually. Well, you're wrong for two reasons, but one reason I want to point out. First of all, Joker came out 2019, but the only reason I mentioned that is because also in 2019 was the latest Star Wars, and that had a better laugh with Babu Frick.
Yeah, Babu
Hey!
Frick. Up the frick.
Hey!
Hey!
I can't
Hang on,
find.
Joker came out in 2019.
I laughed.
found one.
Yeah,
Awesome
it must
stuff.
have done because the
I had a good
it was in the
giggle in that
Oscars for this
cinema
year,
to
for
Babu Frick.
2020's Oscars, wasn't it? But that's like February.
Oh, yeah, 2019, yeah.
To be fair,
So,
I bought the Joker.
because it's a good
Oh.
film,
You wasted your money.
I bought it on
I
Amazon
did.
Prime as well.
You wasted your money on shit.
I know, just like
You're not
5-star
famous enough to be
reviews.
signing autographs, Simon. What are you doing?
the Times, Empire, Metro, the Sun. I don't trust the Sun.
Why
I
is it
don't.
hot?
Don't trust the Guardian. Don't trust the Sign. Don't trust the Times. Total Film. About 2 reviews I've worth. The Sun is fake news.
When's Harley Quinn season 3 coming out?
Where they can get.
Ah.
Right, we're
Ooh.
going off the news here. We've taken
Yeah.
well big tangents right now with them.
Yeah, we have. But that's what we're known
So-
for.
Any other news?
Um,
Someone said they
let's
had
go
gaming
back.
news. Tom's got gaming news, hasn't
Tom said he had gaming news, but I had something else as well. I can't remember. what it was.
Apparently, Cyberpunk are working on DLC.
Hey.
So we're working
on
the fixes
They
first,
need to finish the
that's-
game
yeah.
first.
I mean, to be fair, right? I'll give it to them. CG Projekt Red, they're doing well on the promise about fixing the game. The patch of 1.5. I'll admit, right? I played the game. I had 6 hours of gameplay. I'd have maybe like 5 or 10 blue screens.
I
So
haven't
6
played
hours of
on it for a
gameplay
while.
turned into about 2 hours of progress. Now I can play the game for a good 8 hours and get about 2 blue screens, which
Your watch
works out about 6 hours progress. So
That is a lot better. It's not perfect at all, but it's a lot better.
up the CG Project Red.
To be
If you
fair,
actually listen, they're
My
doing all right.
game's not
Go on.
crashed since the 1.5 update.
Yes,
Yeah,
but you've got a
mine still
PS5.
does, but I think it's
Give a
because
single
my
solitary fuck.
progress is on my.
Let's not
Xbox
cross
But we
One.
do.
over
I haven't
people,
got a
guys.
PS5, have
No
I?
interrupting, please.
Yeah, shut up, Simon.
Oh, strangle him.
I couldn't hear Tom then when you guys were speaking.
Yeah,
What,
go on,
strangle
Tom. Speak again.
About CD Projekt Red.
Yeah, what you were saying. Continue.
Oh, so basically, they put out a statement, didn't they, saying basically they're going to work on patches and fix all the errors,
Hmm.
and they apologise for rushing the game and all this sort of stuff. You know, it's a fucking fan's fault, assholes.
It
But
is actually, yeah.
they've done a really good job, and 1.5 patch has done a lot of help and work. So
Good.
good on you, CG Projekt Red. I love your games. Witcher 3 was a masterpiece.
Witcher 3 on the Switch is solid as fuck. I won't lie to you. It's really
Yeah,
good.
because the controls are difficult.
You know, no, like solid as in a solid game. Like it's really good.
It's really good.
I need to get back
I
on
hope-
it. To be fair, I haven't finished
I
it.
hope that all of our listeners are paying as much attention as Simon was there, scrolling through
I
scrolling.
know.
I know, yeah, you
I'm
fucking-
actually.
Hey,
It's to do with the
ignorant
channel.
twat.
It's to do with the podcast, actually.
Go on
so
then.
Okay,
Have you got
nobody's
any-
forgiven.
Got any more
Well,
news?
I just thought we all haven't. The one thing that we haven't watched, which came out, I'm sure in 2020, where you could actually decide in the film, was Batman: Death of the Family. Where you
if
could
you look at
decide.
Simon Shadow and he's on the podcast, his chin looks massive.
Yeah,
It's because of his pathetic.
Looks
He
like a
is.
goblin.
it's a goatee. I'll have you know. Don't you think I've tried?
goatee.
Shit, I've
Needs
to
tried-
go
Right, let's not
away.
tangent too much.
But
Batman
this-
Death in the Family. Have you
Yeah.
all seen it?
Right, put in the
Batman
comments
Death in the
below
Family,
if you want
which I've-
Simon to shave his goatee off.
Tom, shut up before I come over and cough on you.
You've already given me COVID, you twat.
No, I haven't. I didn't have COVID in the first place.
That's enough. That's enough.
Right. But yeah, I saw the a DVD. I think it was like a review on YouTube or something, and you could actually decide. Oh no, it was you, Fish. You shared the video of Death in the Family,
Yeah, ages ago, man. Like
and we
early
should-
next year, wasn't it?
we
somewhere?
sh-
Early next
Yeah.
year.
I
Last
know
year.
what I mean. Shut up.
I know what you meant. But yeah, we should have watched it, like, and done our prediction. Right, that is the next thing for the next one. We watch it on the site that
On
we know.
whatever. On whatever. But if you watch it on the internet, you can't choose. I'm not going out and buying it on DVD. I'm skint man. Furlough.
Ah, well,
You get it.
Tim Martin can give us more time.
Right,
Right,
back to
so-
the news. Back to the news.
Have we got
Gone
any
behind
more
the scenes
news?
now.
Arc number 2 with Chin Diesel.
Oh, yeah, it's got Vin Diesel in it, hasn't it?
Yeah,
Oh,
big
no,
Chinny
didn't-
Diesel.
What's
He
Arc
looks-
number 1? I don't even know what this is.
Absolutely.
It's basically Fast
he
and the
looks
Furious
shocking,
meets
doesn't he?
Arc. You've got
Mook,
what do you mean,
two
Arc?
X's with NOS on it. Like,
It's a pile of shit. Don't play.
It's
It's a
actually
pirate ship.
it looks mint. Arc's brilliant
Pilot.
game. Arc's amazing.
pirate ship.
It's a
No,
pilot.
Arc is a great game. You get
No,
a
it's
server,
not.
right? You pay for a server. It's like £9 for about 95 days.
Go on then.
Go in there.
Go on then, Tom. Pay for a server for me.
We did buy a server. Like literally, lockdown part 1. Me and my friends played Arc. We bought a server.
Where's my invite?
You
Yeah,
joined us, you dickhead.
Oh, is that when I fucking went on those pterodactyls?
Yeah, you joined us. And then
What?
at lockdown part 2,
That was shit.
the Muggle Juggle Bungalow, we played Arc again. And then lockdown 3, we're sick of Arc now. We want
Exactly.
number 2. We want
This
Vin
next one.
Diesel.
That
Next
that
one's
was a
got
better
Vin
story
Diesel.
progression than most films lately.
So, has anyone else got any more?
I've got some. Well, it's kind of news. It's sort of a heavy rumor that's going around at the minute, but it's only just dropped. Is that Jodie Whittaker, who's the current Doctor in Doctor Who,
Oh yeah.
this next series that's coming up is going to be her last, and apparently she's going to regenerate at the end of the next series, which means there will be a new Doctor. But no
Bring
one
back
knows.
David Tennant.
No one knows if the rumours are true yet. But if they are true, no one knows who's going to be the next Doctor in line. So there's already rumours. Who wants the Rock?
I would watch the Doctor Who again.
He's got too many films.
I haven't
You know what?
I haven't got me button on this.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what the Doctor Who series needs, and the whole Doctor Who franchise needs? A nuke.
It
Nuke the entire thing.
It needs Simon to stop judging things he hasn't sat down and properly watched.
Mate,
Like
I stopped
Doctor Who.
watching it after David Tennant.
To be fair,
Gotten
right?
shit after that.
But
I
Simon,
have
okay,
I
Simon,
have a
here's
friend,
question.
right, who's a diehard Doctor Who fan, right? They both
Yes.
collect all the figures. They have like an absolute
so do I.
cabinet full of all the figures. It's a very good show. It's kind of like a sci-fi-esque show, I'm guessing. So I don't watch it
You've
myself.
never seen
but,
Doctor
like,
Who?
Doctor Who, man, he's a time traveller. Of course, it's
well, yeah,
sci-fi.
I've never
sci-fi. I'm
seen
guessing it's
Doctor Who,
sci-fi,
Tom.
innit? But like basically, it's a niche show. People like it.
Have you
but
seen it, Tom? Ever?
Anyway, Mook, what was
I've
your
watched
question?
certain episodes.
All
And
right.
some of them
well,
are quite scary, like the Weeping Angels one. That's pretty.
Quite early on, like the first 3 or 4 seasons,
bad.
it was
Yeah.
more of a horror sci-fi, wasn't
To
it?
be fair, it's pretty good. I admit, like the whole like people kicking off about the female Doctor and all this sort of stuff, and all we should all be male because it's male. Like you've got to, you
don't
can
agree on
do
that, like.
different timelines and all this sort of stuff.
You've got to move
Well,
on.
I mean, for the people who like it, it's good. I mean, I don't.
well, I was
don't-
gonna
don't
quickly
diss
ask
it,
though.
but I'll
Go on,
watch.
So
it,
that's
now,
alright.
obviously, there's
It's worth
now
a
that
watch.
the Doctor, if the rumours are true, the Doctor will be leaving and being replaced. Perfect time to have a fresh actor and a fresh look. And Simon, is there any actor that would bring you into the show then, if an actor was announced to be taking over the lead role of Doctor Who? Because it could be anyone.
Yeah, I know a perfect one. It would
John
be
Cena.
no, because you wouldn't be able to see him. No, I know a perfect person that would be perfect for. It would actually make it comical. I would watch it just to see how funny it would be. Peter Dinklage.
Well,
Makes me leave it.
if you want to know as well, though, for the new
Because he
series,
wouldn't be able to reach the door handle to get into the TARDIS.
for the new series, though,
they
if
have a
anyone
door to
was-
TARDIS, right? Like that door there. They have like a little second door there. So you go through the second door and everybody.
Well, like a doggy flap.
No, like have you seen that Christmas movie, Christmas Chronicles, whatever?
Hey,
No.
good
Like they have a
I know
big
the
door and they have a
I
little
know
door
the
next to
wife-
it for elves
I
to
know the
go
wife
through.
has. I know
film.
the wife has.
Got
She-
Kurt
although
Russell in it.
the rumours of the Doctor being replaced and swapped is just still rumours. The one thing that is true, that is a known fact, is the companions are changing. So Bradley Walsh left in the New Year's Day special, and the new companion is going to be John Bishop, the comedian.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Actually.
Liverpool comedian John Bishop is going to be.
Breaking news.
Hang on, didn't he play a lesbian's father on Skins?
He did. He did. He did back in days.
I didn't know that.
That's
Right.
season 2 of Skins.
Because
that.
I remember on his, I think it was his roller coaster tour, he actually said that he asked the director, well, couldn't I play the dad who sort of came in and found out whilst they were getting it on, whilst his daughter was getting it on, because he wanted to perv on
a
him.
comedy sketch, and he's like, "You think that's bad? I play a lesbian's dad in a show about kids.
This is what a
My kids
lesbian's
are
dad
twats."
looks like.
Yeah.
I do like John Bishop. He is funny.
It was
I've
like John
got-
Not enough to bring
John
you back
Bishop's
to the show, then?
innit?
No,
I've got-
nothing
Joe,
will bring
Joe
me back-
Walsh is quick
nothing
because
will
he's
bring me
doing
back
tours
to
of his son, and he doing all
Doctor Who.
them like 20-minute
I've got,
sketches.
I've got
and
some
that.
more news. This has come out today, actually, like as recording the 4th of January. Tanya Roberts, A View to a Kill, Bond girl, and that's from that 70s show. Age 65 has died.
Yeah, I saw that. But when I clicked on the link, it didn't bring up a picture of
Wait, who?
what she looked like as the
From
Bond
what,
girl.
Tanya Roberts, she's called. Star from that 70s show, A View to a Kill, and Charlie's Angels died from unknown causes on Sunday. She was aged 65, according to TMZ. Roberts'
let me Google
rep
her.
said that the actress collapsed
Tanya.
at home after she walked her dogs on December 24th. She was brought into the hospital and placed on a ventilator, but did not recover. Born in New
Tanya
York
Roberts.
City on October 15th, 1955, Roberts started her career as a model for various ads.
Can we
Various
pause for a couple
Broadway
of minutes while I
productions
go to the loo?
for heading to Hollywood.
Yeah, same for that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Let's have a
she's,
pee break.
That's all. But before we get right, thanks for that. I was reading a genuinely important piece of news there. and
He's
you
not
didn't
that
even
important.
put
Just
my
cut
through
it
it.
out, and you can do it again.
I'm not,
Just
I'm
cut
not
out
cutting it
some
out.
stuff.
Shut the fuck up. I'm not cutting it out.
No, cut
I'm
it
not
out.
doing it again.
No, do it again.
Shut up, will you? Shut up. You can fucking wait 30 seconds. Well, I'll go on to the next segment. When we get to the next segment,
Desperate.
I'll know where
No.
to cut it, won't I? Shh. 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 So next up, we're going to stop ourselves for a break. It's desperately needed. But then we're going to talk about our favourite and our least favourite movies of 2020. But I think it'll probably end up more of a discussion of what comes out in 2020.
And then Fish is gonna
Fucking hurry
say,
So they're back from the toilet.
Yay.
So we're going to talk about some movies from 2020 now. Mainly our favourite and our least favourite.
That's going to be really weird if you've you put in the back from the toilet and you've cut out all of it where they were saying no going.
Nah, it'll be fine. So we're going to have a quick discussion about our worst and best movies of 2020. I know what my worst is straight up. It's got to be Doolittle. It's gotta
What's
be-
this? What, are you saying your worst already?
My
Was
worst
Frozen
film
2?
has got to be Doolittle. I think. Was Frozen 2 this year? Last year?
Uh,
Or was it
Was
2020?
what you say?
Doolittle was 2020, I
Frozen
think.
2.
Oh, Frozen 2.
Oh, no, 2019. 2019.
So you can have it though if it was late enough in 2019. So
Nah, you can't.
when
you
what
can-
month
you
were in
can't.
2019?
I
The
don't
whole
know.
point of worst of 2020, not worst of 2020, but was out in 2019.
Come
Yeah,
out
well,
in,
yeah,
come
true.
out in November.
I know your worst, Simon.
Sonic.
Sonic.
Why?
yeah.
Because it was shit. Why was it shit? It just was.
Right. I'm gonna.
If
when
we
it
had a
gets
meme,
to-
if we had enough fans to have a meme, that would definitely be a meme.
When it gets
That's
to
a
my
drinking
turn,
game. Every
I'll tell
time
you.
Simon does a review and he says the word shit, take a shot. You'll die.
Tom, you can't do that to the fans. They'll be pissed.
We don't be having it anyway, so it doesn't matter.
So what would you say your least favorite movie was of 2020? Just got a big bleep. I don't know if that comes through to you
Be
guys.
asking that too.
When you say that though, you mean
Everyone
films that came out
dipshit.
this year, innit?
2020.
I'm not. Let me have a look at what film.
It's-
None of this year,
it's
mate.
2021,
We
mate.
just started.
We're only 4 days in.
Oh yeah. Good point.
So, a few films that I've watched. I watched Doolittle. Shut the fuck up. I watched I watched Doolittle. I watched Scoob. I've recently watched Soul. That came out last year. I think that came out last year.
That's this year.
Is that this year? No, it come out late last year. With Jamie Foxx. That was really good actually. I thought. Come out December 25th last year. Watched Wonder Woman. Watched. What else did I watch? I don't know what I watched. I watched loads of stuff.
I'm laughing here because I looked down, right, and as my glasses went like halfway, I look at your face and your lips like shrunk.
I watched loads of movies, but I say my worst is definitely Doolittle.
And you don't like Scoob,
I don't like Scoob.
but not Sonic for the worst for you.
No, because it was a half decent watchable film. Simon here is just thick as fuck.
No, I didn't enjoy it. I mean,
Why, Simon?
there was going to be one that topped that. It's the worst film of 2020, but it didn't come out in 2020, so I can't complain about it.
What was that?
Joker.
This is the guy that really likes Rampage and thinks it's brilliant.
I would rather.
I watched that, right, and it's
Right,
meh.
I'm talking.
It's all right, isn't it? It's just not incredible.
I would rather watch Sonic than watch Joker.
Good. But
Thanks for that input, Simon. Moving on.
But what is the worst film of the year? Sonic?
Was Sonic, yeah.
Uh,
But I think if I watch it like a couple more, maybe one more time or something, or a couple more times, it might grow on me. I don't know, but for me, for the first time watching it, it just didn't seem like Sonic at all. I mean, I played the games as a kid, and it just didn't seem
how
like.
could it not seem like Sonic? All he did was run
You
to the
could
right.
be
Well,
comparing, right,
for
don't
one,
compare the
Cross.
movie to the games where you do
Well, if
backflips
they're
constantly.
if they're bringing video games out on movies, then I expect the movies to be exactly like the games.
This
like-
coming from a fan of the Resident Evil franchise.
Like
Where they have nothing from the games, and when they do, they kill them off straight away.
like
Your argument
Jim
is
Carrey
invalid.
character. He wasn't fat. He wasn't bald. Did nothing. He was thin and had hair, and didn't have a mustache.
Sonic.
No, yeah,
Think about Eggman here.
Eggman. Yeah, that's what I mean. Eggman.
Yeah, but if you look at the film, is basically the origins of Eggman.
Basically.
At the end, he looks like that, Simon. You've got to admit.
I mean, he's not fat yet, but he's got.
In the end
no
credit
head
scene,
and-
he looks like the classic Eggman, doesn't he?
So,
Yeah,
when does
you're
he eat
beating-
all the pies and cakes?
You're
And
beating
stuff?
us the mushrooms and that, won't you? Getting like really stocky.
You don't get fat by eating mushrooms.
You can get fat for eating anything. If you eat enough,
Apart
I
from
mean,
beetroot.
How do you know?
you have to eat a lot of it. So I've
Apart from
researched
beetroot.
into this sort of stuff.
Beetroot
I
gives
don't
you
think I
nothing.
keep myself so thin.
The only thing you
Dad
couldn't
has been telling me I'm
cucumber
gonna
because
have
you
a
actually lose
metabolism.
more calories eating cucumber than you do pick it up.
And celery.
Is that? Oh, maybe that's what I meant. Celery, even. Yeah.
Oh, I thought maybe
think I meant
cucumber
celery.
was actually a thing as well.
Eat Brussels sprouts, they're good for you.
Oh, Brussels sprouts can fucking.
Why are we talking, why are we
they have
talking about
no fat,
why are we talking
no
about this?
saturated fat. It's all vitamins and healthy.
'Cause it's a
Tom,
fucking-
worst film of the year for you?
We've turned into an
I'd probably say
exercise,
Doolittle.
Yeah, Doolittle was shocking. Like,
Doolittle's.
It was to be honest, it was a disappointment.
What did we say before, Simon, about interrupting?
I thought you liked it, Simon.
I was just putting my input in. No, I wasn't a
Wait,
fan
wait.
of Doolittle.
Have you got the? Where there?
what's he looking for?
I didn't actually see Doolittle, and I was put off when we did our review on it of watching Doolittle. I'm not gonna lie.
He
Me,
pulls it.
me,
He
me,
pulls.
me and the missus were watching it, and
If
I
you hold the
didn't-
magic tea towel, you get to speak.
I don't have a tea towel.
Well, guess I get to speak then, don't I?
Nerf dart. But yeah, go on, Tom.
I don't really have a best film because I don't know what films came out. I've only seen good films.
Why don't you research?
Wait, hang on. Going back then, did Simon and Fish give their best films? I thought they just gave them.
No, I
worst.
thought we were going to go through our worst
Yeah,
films and then
just
do
go
our.
through your worst, Tom.
I'd probably say I didn't watch Doolittle, but I looked into it and it's awful.
I thought you said you
So-
started. watching it.
Wait. We can't have a worse film as a film you've not even seen.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You've got to have seen it.
That's
Tom.
not right.
I don't have a worse film because I ain't watched any bad ones.
Well, which one did you not like the best?
If I
To be
gave
fair,
you your
I've
two
seen-
favourite films, number one favourite film and number two favourite film, the worst of those two is the number two film, isn't it?
It's the worst
Oh.
film of the year.
No, but it's not bad. No, it's good.
Don't matter.
It's just not as good as the other one. But it's
Don't matter.
still
You can
good.
say that.
So
You can
I
say
won't
that in
class
your
it as bad.
input.
You list the bad ones.
Come
I'll
on,
list
Tom,
my good ones.
got
There you
to
go.
For example, me, right? I, as far as I can remember, I have only seen 3 films that came out in 2020, unless I'm forgetting any. And they are Wonder Woman 84, Birds of Prey, and Sonic.
Oh, Sonic was bad. Wonder Woman was just I don't know, like a Channel 4 movie you stick on like 3 o'clock in the morning or whatever. Just meh. Birds of Prey, that was average.
But what my point
Right.
was is I've only got 3 films, so whichever I pick of those 3, I mean, I might like all 3 of them, but one of them's got to be the worst, isn't it? It's a 1 in 3 chance.
Hmm. Yeah.
I think of those 3, Birds of Prey is probably the one I like the least of the 3.
What rather than Sonic?
I'd say out of those 3, it's probably the worst as well.
Yeah, I enjoyed Sonic for what it is. You've got to remember like what its audience.
I'd rather watch Birds of Prey than Sonic.
Really?
Yeah.
Birds of Prey was such a good film. I really enjoyed it. A lot of action. Fucking Margaret Robbie.
Sonic had a
did
lot of
fucking
action.
Mint job as,
Sonic had loads of action, yeah.
It's just like loads of girls.
Loads of females in it, which means that it's the best film in the world.
What
Top
did you
10.
say? Did
Simon's
you say?
like rating his films on best rack.
Fish, you'll know this. Was that Vin Diesel Bloodsport or whatever it's called? Was that this year?
Bloodshot come out this year.
Bloodshot.
Yeah.
that was all right. That was a good
I
film.
like
all right.
that. I thought it was
Good
all right as
film,
well. I thought it was good. So
Did you see Invisible Man? Because that came out this year, didn't it?
I saw that this year.
I
That,
didn't
that
see
was
that.
that was really good. That was
I
really
didn't
good.
see it.
Apparently, it's all right. Apparently.
And a film that I don't think any of us have seen, but did look really good. I don't even know if it's come out, but like Guns Akimbo.
Oh yeah.
That was
Guns
this
Akimbo.
I heard that was like.
Oh, Knives Out.
I
Knives
was
Out
talking
as
to you.
Oh,
well.
I want to see Knives Out as well. Oh,
And,
the gentleman.
This year.
Fish,
That
I was
one-
talking to you about it, wasn't I?
Yeah,
Guns
yeah.
Akimbo.
Yeah.
What have you seen it, Simon?
No, but I was talking to Fish about it on PlayStation the other night.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah,
was
it's one of those films like I wanted to watch it, but I don't know why I've forgotten about it.
That hotel film with Chris Hemsworth in it.
Yeah, I want to see that as well.
What film?
That's
Good
supposed to be a
night.
really good film. That.
Good morning, USA or something. No, that's all right.
No,
What's
it's
it
like
called?
there's a hotel, but like basically it borders 2 states, and
Hey,
Chris Hemsworth's like a psycho guy in it.
Yeah.
I can't think what it's called, but it's
I
a
can't
really
remember.
good film.
Extraction.
Yeah,
So
sure,
we'll
sure.
have to
I've
we'll have
heard
to keep
really
going.
good reviews.
Otherwise, we'll be here forever. But my favourite movie of the year is difficult. Soul was really good. Love and Monsters was really good. Gentleman was really good. That come out this year. Last year, did it? Gentleman.
Yeah.
I've heard Soul's really good. I don't actually know what Soul's about, but I've heard it's really good.
About
The
that.
Irishman.
Oh no, the Gentleman
That'll
come
go
out.
on my bad list.
The Gentleman came out last 2019. and
Really?
So did The Irishman.
Oh, did it? Oh, grim.
Yeah.
What about The Boys?
The Boys? That's a TV
That's-
show.
Yeah, but when did that come out?
That season 4 come out 2020. Season 2, sorry. Fucking what?
How much have you had?
Not enough.
Hey, I noticed, Tom, I noticed you drink the bottle.
Do not mix water
Mhm.
with whiskey. I've run out of Pepsi, so I thought.
And
I'll put a bit of
cheese
water in.
sauce.
Hey, now wrong with cheese sauce on a Sunday on a roast.
Not in a whiskey, mate. What are you talking about?
Yeah, so carry on.
Only
Fish.
the old-fashioned people drink whiskey with water. It's supposed to be like a thimble full of water,
Oh, yeah,
shot of whiskey,
don't
and
do
a
it,
cube
man.
of ice. Apparently, water takes the edge off, which it doesn't. It just makes it. The edge is still there. Pepsi is the best mixer for whiskey. Bartender's choice is the way to go. No burn, maximum effort. Do you remember that
finished my whiskey
podcast we
now.
did before when we dressed up as Spider-Man and Deadpool?
Yeah.
And I poured you a thing. You took a shot of it. And went.
It's not even.
And I turned around. I was like, I put Pepsi in it. And he went.
Was that the Halloween special?
Yeah.
So moving on. So yeah, best film. Oh, it's so hard because there's so many good ones. I mean, Love and Monsters is up there because that was really good.
What's that?
It's a film about. So there's a meteorite heading towards Earth. Right, this is the world. The world it's set in is a meteorite is heading towards Earth. All the countries in the world come together, fire nukes at it, destroy it, but the radiation rains down and turns all cold-blooded creatures and animals into monsters, like like Fallout 4, like Fallout style.
Right.
And nearly wipes out the human race, and everyone has to hide underground. But the story is about a young man, can't remember his name. He was in the running to play Spider-Man. Is the guy from Maze Runner, that lad. He wants to go see his girlfriend, who he's not seen since college, 8 years ago, or something like that. But he's a massive wimp, he's scared of everything. But he risks it and goes to see his girlfriend, and it goes from there. It's really good. It's got that guy out of Walking Dead.
Andrew Lincoln.
No, not the main character. The
Norman Reedus.
his brother.
Michael Rooker.
That's the one. It's got Michael Rooker in there. Plays I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. Plays him as well. It's really good. And then there was
That's
Soul.
Michael Rourke, isn't it?
I don't know. Then there
maybe
was Soul that came out last year. I only saw that the other day, but it came out last year. That was really good. I'm not going to say anything because I don't know how to explain that film without spoiling it. And then there was one more other film. Bad Boys for Life was okay. Wasn't not up there though. It's good.
I still haven't seen that.
Birds of Prey, Wonder Woman,
Tenant.
I've not seen that either. I'd
You've
probably
seen that,
say
haven't you, Tom?
No, I
Seen
haven't seen
Tenet?
Tenet.
No.
My friend's seen Tenet and he said he likes it, but
yeah.
I'm not a fan of
I'd
movies he likes, so I don't think I like it.
I'd say I probably enjoyed Love and Monsters more than Soul, but Soul is probably technically the better movie.
How so?
Don't know. It just strikes me as more people like proper film people, not like us. We'll watch Soul and be like, oh, it's just really good. And we'll look at Soul,
Yeah, but you
Love and
got to think,
Monsters
like,
and be
some
like,
people think like some people like I'm not racist by saying this, but like a lot of people rate Soul highly because it's kind of
yeah, I know exactly what you're going to say.
It's more emphasis on like giving black actors more of a role and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a bad film. I haven't watched it. Could be a great film, like that Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith. That was a great film. So
It was really good.
What is Soul about?
It's about the underworld and finding a meaning in life and live your life and don't aim for one thing, live each day as it comes.
Another film that crossed my mind, I
finding
don't know if it's even
contentness,
come out yet, and I've definitely not seen it, but I feel like you guys might have seen it. That film, I think it's a film, it's where Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy
Dave
has
Bautista.
this,
Oh,
Dave Bautista's got a spy
Hitman's
daughter.
Bodyguard. No,
Oh, I watched that this
the
last year.
spy one. The spy one.
My
Yeah,
Spy.
Was
Yeah,
it
called
the
Spy.
daughter
Yeah.
thing? But
No,
that was
my-
his year, wasn't it?
No, it's not.
My
It's
My
not his
Spy.
daughter. It's this kid who like spots him being a spy, and she blackmails him into being a spy. And apparently,
Well,
Fair enough.
wasn't it that came out this year, didn't it?
I think so.
Did it?
Maybe. I think it did. So, Simon, what's your favourite film of 2020?
It's a toss up really because it's between Bad Boys for Life and Bloodshot.
for Life.
Because
This is
Did
the
you
type
what
of,
Simon?
I was-
I
This is
missed
the
the
type of
second film you
movie
said.
reviewer
I mean,
with.
I was
What
look-
was
I
the
was
second
looking
one?
for-
Sorry.
Bloodshot. I was looking forward to seeing Bad Boys for Life. Me and my wife, she went to watch it in the cinema at Showcase, And I was thinking, oh, I cannot wait for this. Like, Bad Boys 2 was amazing. It was such a good film.
Mm.
And it is a lot better than my expectations were. It was such a good film. And I cannot wait for Bad Boys 4. Because
Are they making
Are
that
they doing that?
Yeah, apparently, yeah, there's rumors
Apparently they
saying
are,
that they
yeah.
are doing Bad Boys 4.
Have a quick skeg in the window, shall we?
And Bloodshot. But
Boys.
the thing is, I'd pick Bad Boys for Life over Bloodshot because Bloodshot sort of reminded me of the film Lucy with Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
Because she sort of like, yeah, fair enough, it was sort of a different story, but it's sort of like the same, if you get me. Like, Scarlett Johansson was like going up percentage-wise, like, of the human brain and being able to do amount of powers and stuff. Where Bloodshot, yeah, fair enough, he died, but he was getting restarted every time and reset. But finally, he managed to, like, you know,
I thought it was
break out of it and control his own body and stuff.
Didn't she do Ghost in a Shell?
Yeah,
she did. Yeah.
yeah, she did.
What's your favourite film of 2020, Tom? Well, start zooming past this, otherwise we're not going to have time to do the review of the week.
2020 film.
It was.
Well, I'd
Forgot about that. That was really good.
Extraction, Old Guard.
Oh, Old Guard as well.
Oh yeah, Old Guard. I forgot about that.
What's Old Guard?
Basically, it's like a Netflix movie, but
Based on a
got,
book.
it's got Charlie Theron in it. She does the J'adore advert for perfume. Basically, she's like an immortal warrior who cannot die, and she gets blackmailed, and it's about her like team sort of getting revenge and that. It's fucking mint.
It is really good, actually. Yeah.
To be honest, it was one of the best.
To be fair, Extraction definitely my favorite of 2020 because it basically competes with John Wick for action.
There's that
I'd
really
probably
good,
say
like...
the action it does it better because the action on that was it's fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
I don't
It
know
almost
if it's
feels
better than John
realistic.
Wick, like.
You know what I mean?
And it's got that really big, like half an hour long one shot, like 15 minutes long, sorry, one shot scene on it, fight scene in the street. And
but not just that, like most films like do action scenes, but like it's all CGI and that. The way they've done it in Extraction, it's as if a person could actually do what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but
it's not,
John Wick did all of his own stunts and stuff, and
So
I know I did like thing, but like
so did Chrissy
Extraction, it almost seems like someone could actually do this. Whereas John Wick, like, yeah, fair enough, someone could do that, but like you could tell there's like help in there, sort of thing.
Yeah, I gotta admit, Old Guard was such a good film. I really
was a good film,
enjoyed
yeah.
that. Old Guard and Extraction, one of the best
Extraction
Netflix films
is my top
on Netflix.
for 2020.
Would you agree with that, Tom? Extraction and Old Guard was one of the best Netflix films on Netflix.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Liam, favourite film of 2020?
Yeah, I think I have not seen many films in 2020. Not that I can remember. Most of those films I haven't actually seen. But yeah, probably Extraction of the ones I've seen was pretty all right for what it was. Yeah. Not. It's a shame, isn't it? Though 2020, it was decimated the films that should have come out. And
I mean, I think Black Widow would have been up there for me.
Yeah.
Like, if it
Well,
had come out.
We got some. We got the Mandalorian to save the day. That's definitely. And
That's worth a watch. To be fair, it's good.
And
Bill Burr's in it.
and to start 2021 just right, we got Cobra Kai season 3 on the 1st.
Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
Shut up. Shut up. I've already finished it, and it's fucking brilliant. That's all I'm gonna say.
I haven't seen it yet.
So we're gonna move on. Otherwise, we'll be talking about this forever. It's one of those topics in it. Sometimes when we're doing this show, we do little quizzes, and we're gonna do a little itty bitty quiz right now. It's this. See if you can ace this DC Comics quiz. Oh, it's a comics quiz. Ah, well.
Not good on DC Comics.
It doesn't matter. As a team, I think we can do it. I'm going to read the questions out. We're not talking about...
We did one before me.
So, in Batman v Superman, Diana Prince and Bruce Wayne meet while gazing at an ancient weapon.
Wait, that's not a comic.
It doesn't matter, does it? Just answer the question. Was it a sword? Or was it staff?
It was
Well,
a
3 of them are
staff.
swords, so
The
It was the
staff,
staff
of
of Amun-Ra.
Amun-Ra, the sword of Alexander the Great, the 7-branched sword, or the sword of mercy.
No, Sword of Mercy.
So
I'm
we've got
pretty
one-
sure it's one of the swords.
Sword of
because
Mercy.
it's the sword she uses, isn't it?
Maybe.
She's getting her sword back, I think.
So Simon said the sword
I
of
want to
mercy.
say my guess is I don't know if you're having a guess, Fish. So Tom might be the deciding one. My guess is Sword of Alexander the Great because obviously she's all ancient legends and stuff, isn't she?
It's all
Yeah.
ancient Greek in it. Back. So
And
it's
I'd
either
probably-
Greek or Egyptian. So I'm going to say it's either 1 or 2.
I'd say Sword of Mercy because the staff of Amun-Ra sounds like something from Night of the Museum.
Does a bit,
No,
yeah,
it-
does a bit to be fair.
No, it's either 2 or 4.
I reckon it's the Great, I think. So I want to say number 2, Alexander the Great
I'm
sword.
still saying Sword of Mercy.
But I kind of feel like it might be. Well, we are voted anyway, so we'll
I'm
go with
pretty
that.
sure it's not a staff.
It was the sword of Alexander the Great
Ah.
was the right answer. Comment below if you get these questions right. Do what you like. I don't care. What legendary
Fuck DC.
superhero shocked DC comic fans by announcing his allegiance with Hydra?
Eh?
What the fuck was this? From the
Eh?
grapevine, definitely heard this through Chinese whispers or something, didn't he? Because this isn't right at all.
What legendary superhero shocked DC Comics fans by announcing?
I mean, it's probably shocked. It shocked
Hey,
everyone a
there's
bit,
no
didn't
bloody-
it?
there's
I
no
suppose it
bloody
shocked
comment
DC
section
comics.
from
Captain America, isn't it?
It was Captain America, wasn't it? But it's
Yeah.
Hulk,
I mean, I'm sure Marvel comics were more.
No, because he
Hulk,
did it
Iron
to
Man, Captain
yeah, but
America,
this is
Black
a
Widow.
DC
Awesome.
Comics quiz. Why is there a Marvel question on
Well, it was
DC
Captain America. The answer was Captain America.
Right.
No one
So,
cares.
question
This
number
out, I had to go
3.
for a pee.
Oh, why? You can just leave and come
I've
back.
got a bladder problem.
Don't
I'm
care.
sorry.
Where does Barry Allen
Dear
keep
doctor.
his Flash costume? Is it 1, inside a ring, 2, inside a shoe, 3, under his clothes, or 4, in a small backpack?
I'm gonna say
I know the answer to this one.
I know the answer to this one.
in a small backpack.
No.
That would be the obvious guess, but it's actually inside a ring.
Inside a ring.
What?
If you see the
Mad.
show, it's even in the show, it pops out
I've
of his
seen
ring
this. I've seen
and he
the
runs
show,
into
but
it and yeah.
I've seen the show on. I think is it Sky? Where it was originally on.
Yeah. What was Wonder Woman's original name before DC Comics changed it? Was it A,
Ooh.
Amazonia,
I'm gonna
B,
say
She-Ra, 3, Suprema,
She-Ra.
4, Superwoman.
Is it Alan Shearer?
I don't actually
I'm
know.
gonna-
I don't know the answer to this one.
I'm
No, I
gonna
don't know the
say
answer to this.
the Amazonia.
That's what I'm leaning towards as
because-
well. To be
I'm
fair.
leaning towards Amazonian.
because she was the
Amazonia.
part
sorry.
of the
The Amazons.
Amazons, yeah.
So we're all going to go with
Yeah, I'm
Rax.
leaning towards
Tom's not
that.
back yet. Doesn't matter.
It's not Superwoman because it's already.
She's Suprema. William Marston, the comic book writer who created Wonder Woman in 1941, originally called her Suprema. DC comic editors made the change to. Fair enough. Whatever.
Mm.
What supervillain below is not a member of the Suicide Squad? Deadshot, the Joker,
The
Rick
Joker.
Flag, or Nightshade?
The Joker.
Joker.
The
It's got to
Joker.
be the Joker in it, yeah.
Let's say the Joker.
He's not
It
part
is
of
the
this film.
Joker.
Well, he is in the film.
But he's not part of it.
The
Yeah,
first
that's what I
DC
mean.
Comics / Marvel crossover comic had Superman fighting this Marvel superhero: Iron Man, Spider-Man, Thor, or the Hulk.
Hang on, let's go through it. Iron Man he would destroy. Spider-Man he would destroy. Thor might not. He'd have a good matchup with. Hulk. I don't
I'm gonna
know.
say it was Hulk because Hulk came out
I'm gonna-
before Spider-Man.
I'm
No,
gonna say. I'm
it'd
gonna
be
say
Spider-Man
Thor.
or Hulk.
I'm gonna say Thor.
I want to say Thor because he's more godlike, isn't he? I know technically Hulk's more powerful.
I don't
You
know.
got to think of it like which came out first in the comic book.
No, you don't need to
It-
think about that, Tom, because it's when did they first cross over? It's not when they all came out. They were all out by the time they crossed over.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
So I'm gonna say
I'd probably say the
3,
Hulk.
4.
So we've got a 2 Thor and 2 Hulk. Do we do rock paper
I haven't
scissors?
even given my answer yet, so that's a
Oh,
good
I
guess,
thought you said Hulk. Sorry.
No, I was saying I'm pretty sure I have actually read this,
Oh,
and I'm pretty sure it's 4. But I
Oh,
feel like he fights Hulk and Thor in the same. I think he fights
Oh.
one and then he fights the other, but I think it's Thor.
right, we've got 3-1 Thor.
So,
Spider-Man.
oh,
Wow. Okay,
Tom
maybe
was-
I read the
Tom
first
was
one.
right.
Was
The
in the
Battle of
comic
the
books on
Century
the,
features Superman and a
timeline.
radiation-strengthened Spider-Man going toe-to-toe. The comic also
can't-
featured... Oh, fuck it. But it
couldn't
was
see
Spider-Man,
that.
apparently.
How
The face,
Superman would destroy Spider-Man?
the face of the supervillain Darkseid was inspired by this famous actor. You ready for me to butcher some names, lads? Israel Alon
It's really.
Abuthul,
No,
American Jack
Palance.
Palance, Australian Peter Finch, Canadian Leslie Nielsen.
I'm
Not
gonna
a clue.
Not a clue.
I'm gonna go with Jack Palance.
I'm going to go with...
I don't know any. But
I'm going to go with Alan.
But Leslie Nielsen. Hang on. Hang on, Fish. Leslie
Number one.
Nielsen sounds familiar though. So it's kind of a toss up between Jack Palance and Leslie Nielsen.
I'm going Alan. So
I'm gonna go Leslie Nielsen.
Alan, Leslie. Go on, Tom and Mook. What do you reckon?
You could pick any. I couldn't give you a
I'm
clue.
going Alan.
Just give a guess.
Well, Tom said Alan. Simon said Leslie.
Mook.
Just
Yeah,
random.
go Alan then. Yeah, you may as well.
Oh, Jack.
I said Jack Palance as
You
well.
said Leslie Nielsen.
No, at first I said Jack Palance and then I changed it.
What DC comic supervillain was Mark Hamill not voiced? Solomon Grundy, the Joker, Sinestro, Darkseid. So we all know he's done Joker.
Joker's the only one I can clear off there. I don't know about the other three.
I haven't got a clue about the other
I'm
three.
going to say Sinestro.
I did find... Have you noticed, by the way, right? Do you know what DC stands for?
Detective Comics, yeah.
Yeah, so
DC
everything
Comics,
was it Detective Comics.
Yeah, that's a bit of a word on it. He's definitely been Joker. I would say he's probably been Sinestro as well because I'm thinking of the three. Well, I'm just thinking of the three that the two that have got sort of the deeper voices in it. Mark Hamill's not got the deepest of voices. And you'd assume a deeper voice for Darkseid and Solomon Grundy, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, but
that's what my logic was, but it could be any.
That's not voiced.
That's not voiced. Yeah.
Yeah, but think about the woman who voices Bart. Like,
it could be either Solomon Grundy, Sinestro, or Darkseid.
No,
it's definitely done Joker.
No, I know what you mean, Simon, but I mean, obviously, Mark Hamill's voiced the Joker because he's got the voice he's got, and he can change it to be. But it would be weirder for Mark Hamill. Like, you'd pick someone with a deeper voice, wouldn't you? Like a Vin Diesel or someone to play someone with a darker voice.
Did you know, in season 1 of The Mandalorian, Mark Hamill goes to the bar in Mos Eisley, and the Mandalorian goes to a bar in Mos Eisley, and Mark Hamill voices the droid behind the counter.
Really?
Oh, nice. Well,
yeah.
Gets everywhere, doesn't he?
Does, doesn't he?
Who are we saying then? Who are we saying?
I want to say Darkseid.
I'm going to say Sinestro. Like,
I
wish because I never saw any of the animated series.
I have no idea,
Green Lantern
Simon.
or anything.
I don't know. It doesn't say, does it? Just says which one did he not voice. I want to say Darkseid. Simon says Sinestro.
Tom?
Darkseid.
Yeah, I think I'm good. I feel like Sinestro has got to be.
It was Darkseid.
Darkseid. Oh, I didn't read. I was reading that.
Oh, sorry.
I don't mind. Carry on.
What weapon besides his mind does Lex Luthor traditionally wield? Sword of Kryptonite, Warsuit, his amazing singing voice, Gamma Ray Laser.
I'm going to say Sword of Kryptonite.
I want to say Warsuit.
It's definitely a Warsuit, yeah.
Oh, no, he has that suit, doesn't he? Yeah,
he has that massive suit.
Yeah, big suit, yeah.
So 3-1, Warsuit.
Sword of Kryptonite would probably be more useful.
I'm not reading all of that. Moving on. Before completing Superman 4, The Quest for Peace, Israeli producer, Menahem Golan tried to bring this Marvel superhero to the big screen. Spider-Man, Iron Man, Green Lantern, Thor. Now, it's not Green Lantern, because that's not a Marvel movie. That's not a Marvel movie.
Avoided the trap.
I reckon it's...
I
kind of want to say Iron Man.
I'd say Spider-Man.
I'm leaning towards 4, just because there was that time, wasn't there, where where Marvel had those films where there is like a really like crappy Hulk and a crappy Thor and a crappy.
Yeah,
Captain
to be
Yeah,
honest,
but they
I
haven't got a
think
crappy
if,
Iron Man and a crappy Spider-Man. Oh, they have got a crappy Spider-Man, but they haven't got a crappy Iron Man.
You know how in like
Hmm.
football they do like transfers? I think if DC and Marvel could do that, I think DC would go for Thor.
Right, but
I also
You
think
know.
I'm going 4 because 4 is the closest of them to Superman. Like if you did a 4 film or you tried to do a 4 film, that's
Right.
probably the closest.
Tom,
My guess is going 4.
you've got to
Thor does
decide.
sound like
You've
a
got to
DC
decide an
film
answer:
as well.
Spider-Man, Thor, or
It's
Iron Man.
either Iron Man or Thor. I want to say Iron Man.
Right, well, we've got 2 for Iron Man. Spider-Man. Simon was actually right. In
Get
DC, the DC in DC Comics stands for.
The Doorknob
let
comics.
me read these: Doorknob Comics, Dangerous Comics, Detective Comics, Doolittle Comics.
They can't name it Doolittle Comics. That's Robbie Downey Jr.
So also doesn't matter, does it? Because it's wrong.
I'd say Dangerous Comics.
We've literally just had this conversation a minute ago.
We have, to be fair. It's Detective
Oh, yeah.
Comics.
Yeah.
Fucking tit.
But it would make more sense for it to be Dangerous Comics, probably.
I know.
Yeah, because this non-superhero DC Comics character has their own series, or had their own series from 1958 to 1974. Steve Trevor, Alfred J. Pennyworth, Lois Lane, Clark Kent.
But it's not Alfred J. Pennyworth because there's just been a series released, I think it was last year or the year before, for a series for Alfred.
Really?
Yeah, I'm sure it was. It was like all to do with how Alfred became a butler for the Waynes.
Yeah, I don't know if it got made, but I know they were making it. I don't know what the position is.
I'm sure they did make it. To be fair, Mo. I'm sure. I think it's on Prime.
It is out. It might be out there, but to be fair, that has no bearing on this question.
No, because it's from 1958.
And because they're talking about a comic series, I think as well, not a TV series. My guess is Lois Lane because I think of Clark Kent.
I was going to
Clark
say
Kent
Lois
wouldn't
Lane
because
as
he's
well.
not.
I reckon
He's
Steve
Superman.
Trevor.
Steve, he's not big enough.
I don't know. The DC they use some proper weird stuff. So
I don't think it's Steve Trevor because I don't think he's big enough. Clark
going
Kent
Stevie
doesn't make
T.
sense.
Alfred, isn't it?
Right,
My guess is Lois Lane because she's a reporter and she gets into dangerous situations as it is.
So I've gone Stevie T. Tom's gone Ali P. Liam's gone Lois Lee.
I've got Lois Lane as well.
It's Lois Lane then. It's Lois Lane.
Boom.
Israeli actress Gal Gadot plays Wonder Woman in the upcoming solo film. When was this for? Oh, it's from 2016. Which wait, hang on. Originally went to school for. Oh, what school did she go to? Law, Science, Performing Arts, Communications.
Science, wasn't it?
I'm going to say it's either science or law.
I feel like Performing Arts is to throw you off the track.
Yeah,
That's the obvious one, isn't it?
The character.
No, the actress.
I would guess law. I feel like it's quite common people going to school for law.
Yeah, I'd probably go law as well.
That's 3 for law, so it doesn't matter what you say, Tom. It was law.
Well, I did say law or
Last
science.
question.
So.
Before she joined the Suicide Squad, what was Harley Quinn's original profession? High school teacher, physicist, psychiatrist, marine biologist.
Psychiatrist.
It is psychiatrist.
Yeah,
He's not smart enough to be a high school teacher.
Right, shut up. We got 10 out of 14. Unbeatable, a true DC Comics superfan. You scored 10 out of 14. We only got 4 wrong. I didn't think we did too bad.
That's all right.
To keep up with the DC theme, we are going to be moving on now to our final segment of the show, which is our WW84 review. Wonder Woman 84.
Before you hit that, Fish, yeah, they did actually make a Pennyworth series.
That's what it's called, isn't it? Pennyworth, isn't it?
Yeah, it's called Pennyworth. A crime drama action thriller.
Good. Who plays it?
I don't know.
J.K. Simmons.
It just says starring Jack Bannon, Ben Aldridge, Emma Pates, if I'm saying that right, Hainsley, Lloyd Bennett.
I'm going to quickly bring up the Wonder Woman 84 page on IMDb.
There's quite a few actors in here, but I don't know any of them.
Right. Tom, put your phone down. I'm watching you, dickhead. So, Wonder Woman 84 came out on the 25th of December over in America on HBO Max and in cinemas, I think. I don't really know. Starring Gal Gadot, Chris Pine, Kristen Wiig, Pedro Pascal, Robin White, Connie Nielsen, Lily Aspel, Anna Wicht, Christopher Paul, Natasha Rothwell, Razi Patel, Oliver Cotton, Lucian Perez, Gabriel Wilde, and Kevin Yu.
Can we just put a spoilers in there, Fish? Because there's
no,
spoilers.
Not yet. There isn't. We're going to have a quick non-spoiler discussion.
Spoiler.
Shut up.
How much do we think people are going to be able to resist spoilers? Let's be honest. Yeah.
Can I just state that we're watching this because we've all got VPNs, and you should all get VPNs.
Not that it matters, because nobody would have asked if they didn't need a reason.
No, I'm doing a VPN, like NordVPN, right? Get NordVPN.
They're sponsored.
What site? What VPN site?
NordVPN, you dickhead. It's
NordVPN.
Anyway,
We don't have a sponsor yet, but shout out to NordVPN for giving us access to the world's sort of media and stuff, and giving us access to watch Wonder Woman 84 before release.
Right,
so
overall,
shout out to NordVPN.
Overall, on IMDb, it's got 5.5 out of 10. Quick non-spoiler round. I'll go first. It was okay. It's got bad things. It's got good things. It's got some decent action. It's got lack of action. It's too long. It's badly paced. The acting's me. The music's all right. And Pedro Pascal is the best part of the film. And Stevie Trevor. I can't remember who. Chris Pine. He's really good in there as well. Simon, non-spoiler, quick roundup before we go into spoilers.
All I've got to say about the film.
It's really
great
good.
Great film. Even greater ending. Like it was brilliant film. And I don't know. No, I'm thinking of the series I've been watching. I was going to say Moff Gideon's in it, but he's not.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
Have something I want. You mean I'm in the wrong place? I'll see you later.
But
this isn't the set to the Mandalorian.
But the guy who plays Mandalorian he is absolutely brilliant in it. I mean,
he is, isn't he?
Yeah, I want to say he's brilliant.
He is.
There was. Am I allowed to say this? There was times where, like, I would think he was the bad guy, and then there was times where I think maybe he's not the bad guy, and maybe he's just confused.
It was obvious he's going to be the bad guy.
Yeah, obviously.
We're getting dangerously into spoilers here.
Yeah, we are, aren't we? Let's move on. Simon thinks it was incredible. Go on, Tom.
Can I just hang on, Fish? Can I just add? Great film, even greater ending. Loved the way it ended. It was brilliant. I can't wait for the next one. There you go, Tom.
Tom's go. Go on, Tom. Non-spoilers, remember.
It's a 3 out of 5. It's average. You've got decent acting, decent action. Other than that,
carry on without being rudely interrupted by Jock
3000. He just called me a. You can bleep this out, but he called me a cunt while sneezing.
I just sneezed.
We all heard that, pretty sure.
Back to you.
So, carry on.
Yeah, as I was saying before, I was rudely sneezed interrupted.
Dear.
Yeah, decent acting. The guy who plays Mandalorian, who also plays the guy from Game of Thrones. Yeah, meh. But yeah, it's just a very meh film. Like everything's very average. I wouldn't say anything is worth mentioning. That's good. It's just everything's very like 5 out of 5. No, 5 out of 10. Sorry,
5 out of 5. Real.
So it could be better, but they haven't made it better. I don't know. I just feel like it could be better than it is, but it's not. It's a very average. You'll watch it because it's on telly. Kind of film.
You'll watch it because it's DC, innit?
Yeah, it passes the time. It does what it says on the tin. It's worth a watch, but it's not.
It's not Ron Seal.
But it's not. Hey, it's not Gorilla Glue either, but it's worth the watch.
Right, go on, Mook.
Yeah.
For me, spoiler free. It's all right. I mean, I went into it with hearing a lot of bad things. It's probably not as bad as some of what people are saying. So it did exceed my incredibly low expectations going in. But it's not perfect. It's pretty average, maybe a little bit more forgettable compared to some of the DC films, arguably. Probably I'd say definitely a step down from the first Wonder Woman, which is a bit sad. But there's good stuff in there. The biggest annoyance, I'd think, which is spoiler free, is it's longer than it needed to be. I think.
I don't know. I like the length of it. Like, to be fair, it was.
That's what she said.
Good film.
It did drag on.
Indeed, she did.
Like, for me, for comparison's sake, I watched. I wanted to watch because there was 2 DC films I hadn't seen. There was obviously the new Wonder Woman and there was Birds of Prey. So I watched both. Like, there was a big gap between the two. So I watched them both, and I've seen them both recently. Wonder Woman 1984 is 2.5 hours. Birds of Prey is 1 hour 45, and Birds of Prey's got way more characters and arguably like more complex things going on.
What I don't understand is how you have a plot so badly paced, so seemingly slow yet too quick in parts, with 2.5 hours of fucking screen time.
Yeah, that's the thing. They haven't sort of got down to a T character progression and stuff like that.
Within
it's very sort of like, it'll just be a scene of like, oh, I'm confused. What do I do?
Like,
for 20 minutes, it's like you're confused. Do a 5-minute scene of him smacking a desk or
honestly,
just, you have to drag it out.
I honestly had no complaints about the Wonder Woman 84.
Yeah, but you wouldn't, would you? Because you're bloody.
Wait, what we do? So we've got to put a warning out if we're going into spoilers.
Yeah. So, do you want to go into spoilers now? Should we go into spoilers?
Yeah, spoilers.
Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
Quick
Give
out
people
of
5 seconds.
Out of 5.
Spoiler alert.
Shut up. Quick rating out of 5 before you give it. Before we go into spoilers, I say 3 out of 5. Tom, you said 3 out of 5 already. Quick Simon out of 5 before we go into spoilers.
5 out of 5.
God, go on, Liam.
Wow. I'd say 3 is probably fair, yeah.
So on average, we're about 3.5 out of 5. Yeah. So we're probably about right, aren't we? About 5.5 out of 10, 3.5 out of 5. Pretty much bang on, isn't it? So, spoiler-wise, like, spoiler warning now. If you're on audio, mute for about half an hour. If
spoiler here, Fish.
No. No.
Spoiler warning.
Because I know how to do that, but one day you're going to have to do it, and you're not going to know how to do that. So
I can learn.
So, my computer keeps going. Spoiler-wise, a few things I didn't like. Invisible jet. I guess you can just make jets invisible now.
I didn't see the invisible jet.
So she makes the jet invisible by going, "Oh, my father did this to make the mascara invisible." Oh, I've done it, Anna. And then there's, "Oh, but I don't want to leave you to Steve Trevor." Oh, I renounced my wish.
Yeah, because
but
then it's just done.
To add on that,
and then the cheater, she gets 2 wishes, even though you're only supposed to get 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, but she touched the thing, but then Pascal pinched it. He made a wish, so technically she can make a fresh wish, a new wish.
I suppose, but it's very like obscure. Just make it.
It seems a bit unfair.
I don't get.
And right, if a wish can make walls come out of the floor to do the border around that place where that Gadget was, why does Steve Trevor need to take over another man's body? Why not just make him become a real person, innit? And she sleeps with Steve Trevor while he's in somebody else's body.
You said a lot of things, and to avoid interrupting, I think you should let people respond if they want to what you've said.
Yeah, because to respond to that thing about the guy who comes back, who was in the first one, Steve. we had a theory that because on the first one he bathes in them waters, we thought he'd survive because he bathed in the Fountain of Youth or something like that. So like he'd survive. Even though he blew
Babes
up.
in the waters. In the
Spoilers.
first one.
Yeah,
he bathed in his magic waters or whatever.
Yeah,
Well,
where
because
he
he
had a bath
thought
or
he
whatever.
died.
because it heals him, doesn't it? In the
Yeah.
in
So
the
we
water,
thought like that was how he came
right.
back, but actually he didn't come back. It's just he took over someone else's
It's the
body.
Return of the Body Snatchers, or whatever
Yeah.
that movie's called. I've not
Which didn't
seen.
really make sense. So I was like, she's basically seeing one person, but he's not actually there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she
Spoilers.
sleeps with him, and this guy doesn't know.
Yeah.
But then she
And
sees
she talks to
him
him
at the end.
and it's like, what are you
Yeah.
doing?
I just want to ask though, all three of you. Question for all three of you. What did you think of the start of it? Like, you know, it was like the Hunger Games, wasn't it? It
Oh,
was
the
sort of-
obscure Themyscira Olympics.
Yeah. What did you think? Oh, yeah. Obviously, she's gonna win this, but then at the end, she fucking doesn't. What did you guys think of that? Like,
Where's the
did you
screen
guys
time? I
think?
thought.
Did you think
Well,
that she was gonna win it?
I
Like,
didn't think she was going to
as
win
it
it. I
started?
thought she'll give him a good run. I didn't think she'd win. I think she'd lose at the end. It was pretty obvious she was going to lose at the end. But
Well,
the way
Yeah, but
the
she
way they
got
did
through,
it,
though.
it was a life lesson, and it
She got
sort of
screwed
ties
over.
in with how the film and what the
She-
film is about.
She would have won as a youngster if
No.
that woman hadn't have fucking pulled her back.
No, because she
Fucking
cheated.
cow.
Yeah, but she
She didn't
cheated. That was
cheat.
the point. That was the life lesson.
But-
She did.
Yeah,
But-
but, in
but-
life you can take shortcuts.
No, you
But-
can't.
Yeah, you
well,
can.
that's not the
Wait,
lesson they were trying to get through, is it? But
If you
um,
want money, you can go and rob a bank. There's a shortcut.
Yeah, and then get arrested and put in jail, and you lose all the
Not
money.
not if you get caught. Not if you get caught.
It's
Not
very
if-
difficult in
not
today and
if-
age.
But
to
then
rob a
again,
bank and be
Simon, by that
successful.
Not
logic-
if you get
by that
caught.
logic, if she'd wanted to, she could have just used the arrows to shoot all of the other Amazonians, killing him, and then that would have been cheating, but she still won, wouldn't she?
They just could have walked the rest instead of getting hit off a
Walked.
tree by a branch by going.
The only thing is that's I
head
have to
got
say
looked
about
back.
that.
Let Mook
Yeah, with
speak.
mirrors.
Well, I know a couple of things. One thing that's not really about the film as such, but it's to do with the runtime. Apparently, I heard that Patty Jenkins, they asked her, because obviously the film studio realised it was quite a long film, they asked if she would cut either the Themyscira athletic scene at the beginning or the scene at the mall that's obviously like straight after. They're like, you can have one, but not both. But then she kept fighting for both, so they let her have both. But that's part of the reason why the film length's really long. But on the actual scene itself, when I watched it, I quite enjoyed the scene. I thought it was quite a good scene.
I thought it was all right. When I saw it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, I thought it stood up, and it was pretty cool. Yeah, I wasn't sure how they were going to do it, if she was going to win or if she was going to lose or whatever. And it was quite good to see her obviously beating all the people and then getting a lesson. The only thing is, and I didn't actually think about this when I was watching it, but someone else I know that's watched it mentioned this. The point of that scene and what she's done with the obstacle course and then the cheating and obviously the lesson of you can't be a hero and cheat. Well, they say that, and that's all well and good, but in the first film, it's pointed out, obviously, cheating and lying is the whole reason Wonder Woman came about, because denied that she had any skills until all her life, didn't she? So she is a hero made of lies. Like, they've lied to Wonder Woman all that time until it was, like, let slip or whatever in the first film. But now they're telling her that she can't do the same thing they just did,
Yeah.
Yeah. Not only that,
which
like,
is a bit weird.
it pays off in like what, one sentence towards the end of the film. That whole scene, when you could have just not bothered with that scene and wouldn't have made a difference, I don't think, to the film, apart from the
Drawn out
runtime.
scene. Everything's drawn out. It's like watching
everything's
Blade
drawn
Runner,
out.
where it's just him staring at the mirror going,
I'm
I'm a cyborg. Mm.
so
Half an hour of
Actually,
just
I wonder it in run
going out crap.
length time. I wonder if it's as long as like Batman, Superman, Justice League, because that is a bit bad if it is.
Oh, that's
Justice
terrible.
League-
Because they can explore
Oh,
more stuff in
yeah.
the same
When
time.
to be honest, when I first watched Justice League, I thought it was good. Don't get me wrong, but it just needed more improving. And plus, Aquaman's costume, like his outfit, didn't match what.
Yeah,
the
because
film,
if you look at
what
the
is it-
timeline, the Aquaman movie is set after Justice League.
yes.
Yeah, but how did he get that costume in the first place?
So-
if And
Because
It's
that was no, the staff is off his mum, and the costume is just his basic costume. But then in the Aquaman movie, he becomes obviously he gets the staff of Neptune and
What?
Yeah,
So-
but let's just keep on this film because
yeah.
I only
So-
mentioned that about
So
runtime.
Aquaman
Runtime
film
length.
is
Run
after
time
Justice
length.
League.
yeah. Same
Runtime
with the Wonder
length.
Woman film.
Dawn of Justice is the longest film by 1 minute. 2 hours and 32 minutes. Wonder Woman is 2 hours and 31 minutes. Justice League is 2 hours. Oh, what about Man of Steel? That wasn't a long one as well.
Fish, I've got a question for you actually.
Man of Steel was 2 hours and 23 minutes. Go on.
Would you play a Justice League video game if it was brought out for PlayStation 5?
If it was anything like Avengers, no.
We are getting well off track.
We are, aren't we?
We've only got on the first scene.
Yeah, so good things. Had some good things in the film. That action scene in the mall, I kind of like that. I kind of liked I like the bus, the not the bus scene, the on the big road where she's sort of discovering that she's losing her powers.
Yeah.
I like that scene. I like the scene where she fights Cheetah for the first time when she's not Cheetah in the museum. I didn't like the main Cheetah fight at the end. I didn't like the ending at all, really. Just a bit dumb. And I didn't like the little Christmassy Channel 5 straight to TV movie ending either, where she's like,
There was no challenge for her, really.
there was.
Not really.
There was a
Like,
challenge.
that Cheetah woman put up no fight really. She was just jump it's basically just Olympics, just like fucking. Oh, you've got gold for doing a backflip. There's nothing's
Also,
happening.
I didn't quite understand how she suddenly decided, oh, I can fly.
Yeah.
And can she fly? Probably.
It's a bit ambiguous, isn't
Well,
it? Like it's
Yeah.
really
No,
hard to tell.
she basically uses
Glides?
a
Does she just
golden
glide?
whip. And then
She does, but then other times, though,
she
she's not using the golden whip.
manipulates air currents and stuff. So
Yeah,
she
No,
she-
but
she
she
goes-
wasn't using the golden whip like towards the end when she was flying through the air.
I don't know. It's
And when
just
she was
crap, innit?
doing
It doesn't
that,
make sense. It's-
And when she was doing that, she was like, it was like you might as well take the piss out of Superman. You might as well
Yeah.
go.
it probably was a piss
I
take
was
for
going to say, I
Superman.
couldn't tell whether or not she was flying or gliding. I kind of get more of the idea she was semi-flying, gliding sort of deal.
I did like the.
Just
I
watch it
did
and
like
find out. Let's get a
the
VPN and watch it.
the actress that they picked to play the woman who played the.
Oh,
cheetah.
Christine Wiig, yeah, she was good, yeah.
Yeah, she was in Anchorman 2, who got
Brick's
with
boyfriend.
Brick's boyfriend, yeah.
The girlfriend,
Brick's
sorry.
girlfriend,
Fucking
yeah. Brick's girlfriend, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was a good pick because she was also in Bridesmaids as well, which
She's in Ghostbusters, isn't she?
To be fair, she's a decent.
She's in
Yeah.
the Ghostbusters. She's a good actress, yeah.
she was one of the actresses that ruined the Ghostbusters film.
As opposed to just the Ghostbusters film being terrible. In
That's a
general.
topic for another
Oh,
time, I
The
feel.
Ghostbusters films with Bill Murray and those.
Yeah, the
other
original
actors,
ones, but the female one was just fucking trash.
That's what I mean. The female.
Absolutely.
one
We
was
are-
absolutely trash.
We can discuss that another time. Let's discuss
Getting
the
off
film
again,
we just
aren't we?
watched. Villain-wise, they were both a bit weird.
They weren't really villains.
No, I like the. To be honest,
They were more confused people than villains. They didn't know what they were
And-
doing.
Did Maxwell Lord just get away with everything and not get put in jail or something? Did he just get away
Yeah, I
with
wasn't expecting something to happen to him at the end, but
He
didn't,
got,
did
to,
it?
he got to cuddle his kid and everything was fine.
His kid should have died to make him realise.
Maxwell Lord,
you're
I-
lovely, Tom.
Oh, damn.
Him. She just
Yeah, I was
got
gonna say-
real.
my criticisms of the villains are when I watched this film, I knew Pedro Pascal was in it as some villain, and I knew obviously that Cheetah was the villain. But I was thinking that Cheetah was the main villain, and Pedro Pascal was like a side villain. So I was a bit shocked that they sort of did it the other way around.
Yeah.
She was the Cheetah woman. I thought was all right up for most of it until she became the Cheetah, and it was a bit of a weird fight at the end. And also, she's barely Cheetah. It's a 2.5-hour film, and I was keeping track of the time. She don't become Cheetah, or even when she becomes powered and
Towards
is
the
fighting
end.
Wonder Woman in the White House. It's not until over 2 hours of her into it.
Yeah.
And she
like-
rips apart the gold plated armor.
Oh, what? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. She wears a golden chicken costume at the end, doesn't she?
This is major spoilers, by the way.
We've
So-
already
Just gonna
said
go and
this.
get some ice.
Oh,
Alright.
don't
But yeah,
touch him with all his ice.
she was better before that end fight. The end fight, I think, did
I
it
think
made her a bit comic. I mean, they had to do it. I mean, you couldn't have had Cheetah and not had her as like a cheetah
I think
figure.
they shouldn't have done it though. I think they should have just kept it as it was without that fight, and then maybe put her in the third one as the main bad guy, as Cheetah.
Yeah, to be fair, they could have. Well, to be fair as well, the way both villains were defeated, I had problems with, because in the Cheetah fight, for a start, right, I get that it was quite a good way to take down someone, because at that point, yes, you could say that they were evenly matched, but the way they were sort of leading up to it was that Cheetah did have an upper edge. I mean, she did sort of take down the suit, and Wonder Woman only just got her powers back, and Cheetah was obviously meant to be like Apex Predator and all that. So I understand it was quite a clever way where Wonder Woman obviously used like her brains a bit and was like, oh, I can fry her in this water. However, why did Wonder Woman not get fried in the water? She was wearing metal. She's got skin, hasn't she? Like,
she's pretty much like Superman, isn't she? Like health HP wise, she's pretty much like
What I don't
Superman.
get is like she wants to be an Apex Predator. Cheetahs aren't really an Apex Predator.
No, they just run fast, don't they?
well, yeah, but I just didn't get why. And if that's the reason why, fair enough. But yeah, it did sort of confuse me why she didn't get electric shocked. But fair enough if that's the reason.
Do you know what I said at that scene?
But if that is the reason, though, then that feels to me a little bit of a cop out. It turns from being a decent way of ending a villain to a bit of a cop out way.
Do you know what I said when that happened? My initial thoughts were, she just fucking stone cold murdered her. Straight up murdered her.
I was surprised. They did sort of like have that little saving scene just so you sort of. Yeah,
So,
it was a bit like, what's
she's
this?
not dead, but I was like, what? Just fucking murdered her straight up. That's
It's
cold-blooded murder.
But the other one I thought was arguably worse, the Maxwell Lord one, because it was supposed to come across as quite a clever way. I get what they're doing, the movie's doing, like, Maxwell Lord's not going to return his wishes or whatever, but everyone else will, kind of thing.
Where's he going? Oh,
I know, we're losing. That's 3 times he's been gone now.
Sarah's back, I think.
But the Maxwell Lord thing, my point was, I get what they were trying to do, but in reality, if you're trying to make a world that stands up to reality, there is no chance everyone would have given their wishes back.
Not only that,
Not a chance.
like absolutely no.
There were so many people that after so many wishes that were like dangerous.
Like Mr. Sunday Movies said, "Oh, I've been given $1 million." Like I'm paraphrasing wildly, but he said like, "I've been given him $1 million. Oh no, my dad's dead." Just announced that I'm just going to give away $1 million.
But not only that, even if you think plot wise, right, there'll be some people that've got the wishes that have then not seen the TV transmission, or for whatever reason couldn't see it, or because there's chaos going on around the streets at that point.
It's the bad ending. And
I liked it.
There was at one point there was like a terrorist guy who was like, "I wish we had nukes." Is he just going to give them away?
Why is he watching the American presidential report in Israel?
Well, because he used the satellite and he hacked every TV and every screen in the entire world.
Yeah.
Also, she tried using the lasso of truth, which was barely used. It wasn't used as a lasso of truth. It's a lasso of magical plot driving device. She tries to whip him with it, and it just kind of like doesn't. It kind of gets near him and kind of floats off, doesn't it? How does she get it to him while barely moving, laid on the floor in a corner?
Yeah. I mean, that was obviously just the convenient reveal, wasn't it? I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, it still is. It doesn't really hold up. But for me, it was just like I was even watching it. I was like, but not everyone is gonna renounce their wishes. Like some people will. Yeah, fair enough. But not everyone's gonna. Especially the ones that are the most dangerous ones, you'd argue.
And that woman was dead. So she was like, I wish all you lot would go back to where you came from. And he's like, well, I wish you would have dropped dead. And she dies. And he starts getting arrested. He's going to be going back to where he come from. He's going back to Ireland.
No, he wasn't getting arrested. She was trying to get resurrected.
Yeah, but he killed her by wishing she'd drop dead. and she wished he'd went back to Ireland, and but because she's already dead, she's dead, isn't she? She can't renounce her wish because she's already dead. So
yeah, but he's renouncing her wish, which would make her come back to life, and then she would renounce her wish.
Would she though?
Yeah, but not everyone would though. Like for some wishes, they would. Like you see some people. Obviously, the girl who wished she was famous probably renounced that quite quickly or whatever. But if you're a guy who's like
extreme version of famous, wasn't it? It was like, oh my god.
Yeah, if you're someone who's fighting for your beliefs and that, like the most dangerous wishes, the ones that are wishing for like weapons and nukes and stuff to defend themselves, they've wished for that because their life is already at risk in it. Like,
yeah.
So either way, they're screwed.
I mean, if you had one wish, what would you wish for?
And
it would actually be granted.
Immortality.
I just wish for £1 billion.
So I could buy more lightsabers, and then we can all do skits for a YouTube channel.
The other thing about Maxwell Lord is, right, the other thing I didn't really get about Maxwell Lord was I could get the motivation. I could get why Cheetah was how she was. Like, her motivation made sense. Obviously, she was a bit of a loner. She saw this woman. She wants to be what she can be and whatever. It's like jealousy is fueling hers. But Maxwell Lord's, I didn't really get his, like, I know they did his backstory in that, but why did he keep amassing, and why was he so obsessed with getting everyone? Like, I didn't really understand why.
Because
he was a scammer, wasn't he?
He was in the oil business, but like his company was based on a lie because there's no oil. Where he was saying there's oil, everyone's like investing in his company, but they all found out there's no oil. So basically, he was like, "Oh,"
and he just gets everybody to wish for
what he wants.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's my point. But why? Like, he's got no sort of motivation given.
What gets me right is that bit where he's coming to the president, like, I want this. His guards do that with the guns just to like back away. If that was the case, they'd fucking be right in there. They'd push him back. Hey, get over there now. You can't be doing that.
Probably shoot him because he's it wasn't. Yeah. So moving on slightly. So Patty Jenkins wrote and directed this movie. She it got number 3's been, pushed forwards because of how well this did.
A bad job
in the box
Patty
office.
Jenkins, get her out.
But do you think this kind of shows why she got booted off Thor 2? Thor 2, she was supposed to direct Thor: The Dark World, which Simon probably really likes.
It's all right, but it wasn't the best one.
And, but did she, or was
she was going to direct that? She got kicked off that. That's why. Who she called? Phoned all of her scenes in. The woman,
Natalie Portman.
Do you think this proves why she just can't write them? She only writes comic book movies.
Well, the thing is, like, it's plot hole ridden because this film, which lets it down, because you mentioned a few before we did anything else, and we haven't even addressed most of them. Actually, we sort of only addressed the last one you said, but you did list a few sort of complaints. Some of them I think are a bit throwaway. Like, yeah, the invisible jet thing is a bit annoying, but because they didn't really dwell on it too much, and it wasn't something.
And why didn't it get hit by any fireworks? It's see-through, not fucking.
Indestructible, yeah. But yeah, like the invisible jet thing, like for me, it did annoy me a little bit. I was like, why have they done that? But it wasn't big enough that it like did big damage. But the other thing, one of the huge things that they did that no one's even touched on yet, is the Steve Trevor thing. Like, we've talked about the villains, but we haven't talked about Steve Trevor. Like, why did they not bring him back from the dead? Not only because they had no reason why they couldn't, because there was seemingly no limits on the wishes, but also they would have removed loads of criticism and loads of stuff. Like, for example, there is already criticism of this film because there's people that are questioning whether Wonder Woman sleeping with another man without his consent is that rape, even though the mind is obviously Steve Trevor. But also, even ignoring that fact, Wonder Woman did put this man who had no control over his body in harm's way many times. Steve Trevor's controlling this man's body, but it is another man. But even forgetting
women can rape men.
Even forgetting that, though, forgetting all of that, what did it bring to the story? Because they never really, it doesn't actually bring anything to the story that it's in another man's body. Not really. But the comic relief you could have done if Steve Trevor had come back from the dead and just been dropped in the 80s.
Exactly,
you could still do the whole Steve Trevor doesn't know what a rocket is and all that.
The only thing they wouldn't have been able to do if if he come back out of nowhere, was the clothes scene. They've had to just put him straight in clothes.
Still could have done that.
They've had to do it in a shop instead of this guy's house. By the way, favourite line of the film, parachute pants? Does everybody parachute now?
You could. That's what I mean. You could have done the clothes
the way
scene
I
still.
fly, no one can find us. And she's like,
but what scene? What difference did it make to the plot having Steve Trevor and not being his body?
Nothing.
You know what I mean?
I know what it did. She wouldn't have been able to. Well, she probably would have actually been able to have that scene at the end, wouldn't she? With that nothing. It did nothing to the plot. Him taking over somebody else.
That's what I mean. All it did was it brought in like potential plot holes and potential criticisms, but didn't pay off enough for it to be worthwhile. Which I just thought was a bit of a weird move in the first place. Like,
you should have just brought him back because you're making another guy be an actor, but actually he's not an actor because you only get to see his face once. And then it's just the other guy's face.
Twice,
Tom.
So
it's pointless.
Yeah. But the thing is, it's pointless because it's not like, because every scene in the film, that's the Steve Trevor scenes, you could have just done with Steve Trevor back from the dead. Like his first reveal, okay, yes, they did a reveal where Wonder Woman obviously don't know what's going on at first, but the scene would have been a little bit different, but you still have Wonder Woman shocked that he's back. Do you know what I mean? Which would just be the same scene, just shortened a little bit.
To be honest, I did enjoy that. I did enjoy the fact that when he was trying to tell her that it's him, it's Steve Trevor, and she was like, no, it's not. But then she actually realised as soon as he put a hand on the watch, and she realised, oh yeah, it's Steve. And then that's when she sort of like fell in love with him again.
Yeah.
But you could have even still done that with him coming back from the dead, because they've done it in other shows where a person will come back from the dead, and the person that's asked for it, so in this case Wonder Woman, Steve Trevor could have been there looking like Steve Trevor because it's his body, and Wonder Woman wouldn't just immediately believe it. You could do that and make sense because obviously you wouldn't just believe someone's come back from the dead. Like you could think it's a clone or a trick of the mind or anything.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Like they didn't even, one thing that I think they could have done, it maybe would have made the film a little bit weird, but if they're going to do a different body thing, why not have Steve Trevor in a body that's completely different to his rather than someone who's exactly the same?
Really skinny or really chubby?
An older man, a lot older man.
I'm Steve Trevor, back from the dead I am.
But you could have done, couldn't you? You could have had an older man.
Imagine a pensioner.
What's this bin? This thing? Modern art, you say? It's a trash can. Oh, I see. I'm going to go fly a jet. I have no idea how to fly now.
But yeah, I honestly don't know why they didn't just bring him back from the dead.
I don't know.
Must be my Zimmer frame.
So, anyway, that's our thoughts on Wonder Woman 1984. Anybody else got anything else to say?
We haven't said much good about it, to be fair.
We haven't, have we? We only give it out.
I've got no complaints about it.
Got some shoddy green screen.
I want to hear some of Simon's stuff because I feel like Simon, when we were talking about it, Simon was away for most of that time. So
Andy was agreeing with a lot of our bad points and hasn't defended it in any way, shape, or form. Apart from going, I liked the ending. I liked it.
You've got to justify a 5 out of 5 rating.
I did like the end. I liked the ending. I liked the fight scenes and everything. There was nothing to complain about. Like literally, there was nothing. I could
the fight scenes were very dulled down compared to other DC movies where it's like very physical.
The only thing I've got to say
very
about
dulled down.
One of the fight scenes is Wonder Woman versus Cheetah when she defeated Cheetah and that electric thing was about to go into the water, and she knew that it was obviously going to kill her, or electrify her.
Unconscious.
Yeah, like I knew that she wouldn't give in. She wouldn't say, "Oh yeah, I'll renounce my wish." I knew that she wouldn't do that. So that is my only fault about that.
No,
and the fact
why is that a fault?
And the fact that she could fly, and the fact that she didn't get affected by the electric in the water.
I said that. I said that when you were gone, Simon. I said, why didn't she get affected? And then Fish said it's because apparently her body's.
It's like Superman, isn't she? But then again,
it is a good point here, right?
She's like Superman. Why did she get electrocuted?
It is
well, also, not only that, Superman. One of Superman's weaknesses is technically electric.
Is it?
Superman's 3 sort of listed weaknesses are obviously kryptonite, magic, and I think electric. Yeah. Like you'd have to have a lot of electric, but you could stun him with it.
Yeah. Considering you had like Captain Marvel, which was like basically that film is basically like, oh yeah, women are great. Like it's very like sort of centralized, like women can do more than a man. Then you've got Wonder Woman Part 2.
Yeah.
Do you think you'd capitalize on that sort of movement of like, women are awesome and all this sort of stuff? Don't dull them down, which is what they did in Wonder Woman Part 2.
And why is it set in the 80s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
to be fair, it's set long after the World War.
Yeah, but
she lost Steve.
they could have it would have been better if they set it after Justice League. Because
the
idea in
it's
Justice
set
League,
in the Cold War, isn't it?
yeah, but in Justice League, the idea is, oh no, she hasn't been anywhere for nearly 100 years. She's been not since World War One or whichever one it was, and she's appeared. But in this, she's destroying CCTV cameras, but people know who she is.
Yeah, because
that's
Wonder
true.
Woman Part 2 is set after Justice League, so it makes sense for him to be set.
It's not though. It's set in
It's not, though.
1984.
That's why it's called Wonder Woman.
Because I thought it's supposed to be set after Justice League, same
No,
as
it's not.
Aquaman is.
No.
Which explains
Justice
why she
League
gets more
was
power.
in
No.
like the 2000s, where Wonder Woman.
So Wonder
1984
Woman Part
was set.
3 is set after Justice League.
Maybe, unless it's going to be
Maybe.
called Wonder Woman 2014 or 1994,
Or it could be Wonder Woman 1991,
1985.
where she.
No, but
stops-
Tom does raise a good
where
point,
she
though,
sees
because
the legend that is born, which is me.
Tom does raise a good point, which is weird because it's obviously the Patty Jenkins and that. Like Wonder Woman is supposed to be very much about female empowerment, because obviously it's a female-led thing. But
Yeah.
a lot of it is about in this one is about, oh no, Steve, or what am I going to do without him? I can't live without a man. And stuff in it.
To be honest,
The fight scenes are
Living
dull
is
down.
about you.
Basically, it's
I
like
don't know.
she can kick ass, Wonder Woman. She can go toe to
Obviously.
toe with a man and kick the crap out of him. But on this, she's keeping a distance. It's almost
She's
like
losing her
oh,
powers.
COVID and she has to wear a mask. It's like, oh,
Yeah,
we'll
but-
fight, but you have to stay 2 meters away from me. Just
Thing
get in
is-
there and fucking.
She don't
punch
want to kill
in
them
there.
though. She's got the power to kill them all, isn't she? But she doesn't want to
Yeah,
kill
but
them.
she can still like knock them out and like like do like choke scenes where she chokes them out or whatever.
I did like the scene where
make it,
she
make
put
it more
where
physical.
Steve Trevor pulls that sword and she's like, "It's not their fault. We're not trying to kill him." And he's like, "Okay," puts the sword down and picks up a tray and beats up a guy with a tea tray. Like,
Yeah, I found that bit funny.
so that is.
Can I just ask something, Fish?
I'm gonna fucking knock you out. I'm trying to wrap the show. We've been going on for fucking 2 hours. More than that, it's 11, man.
Did
I'll always
either
get cut out though, so it'd be a lot smaller.
Did either of you three
Yeah.
get a bit emotional when she was like walking away from Steve, who was
No.
like, oh, look,
No.
I'm renounce your wish?
No.
Seriously, you
No, not at all.
Not at
you
all.
guys have got fucking
On
caught
that bombshell, it's time to end. Thanks for watching.
No,
we'll
that
see you
bit, that,
next
week.
that scene, Simon, has come out nearly come out of nowhere. There's no build up to it or anything. Shit. Anyway, moving on.
He's sacrificing
that shut
his
up.
her wish.
On that bombshell, it's time to end.
Yeah.
It's not
So-
fucking Top Gear.
Ah, swear down. I want to fucking mute you.
Bring it, bitch.
Muted.
Come at me. You better not.
No.
mute me.
So, anyway, that was our thoughts on Wonder Woman 1984. What do you think? Comment below, let us know. And subscribe to the podcast. By now, we should be on Spotify, iTunes, and Google Podcasts and other places. And I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, just do those things I've just mentioned. My name is Fish. You can follow me on Instagram and If Toys Talk. Simon is...
Cyborg329 on Twitch and YouTube.
Yep.
Twitter.
Tom is...
I'm not on Twitch or Twitter.
He's on Instagram. You can...
This is a pussy.
And Liam is...
Yeah, Instagram Liam Daft Mook, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, this has been the show. And peace out.
Yeah, stay safe, wear a mask,
bye.
keep distance, don't travel, obey the rules.
And
Bye-bye.
hold my keep.